What's up, Patreon fam? Welcome to your monthly zodiac predictions for the month of June. I'm so sorry this is delayed a little bit later than usual. This past week has just been so insane, especially the last few days. I just wanted to start off by saying I'm so truly grateful for all of you who are here, who have been here with me, and who have joined me just recently. I'm just truly, truly so grateful for all of the love and support, not just here, but also on the channel as well. It's truly been a blessing to have you guys along with me and just share your energy with me. You guys are so quiet here. But I can still feel your presence. I can feel your energy. So I really love and appreciate you all so much. I just want to start off by saying that I really love and appreciate all of you, and I hope that we can open up more here on the channel. But without further ado, I do want to also let you guys know, if you haven't seen the collaboration video that dropped just yesterday, it might be the day before yesterday by the time I finish editing everything and get this out. But we dropped the collab with Lexi the Leos. I just love her. And if you haven't gotten to watch that yet, please do so and head over to Lexi's channel and watch hers as well. Don't just watch her video that does the collab with me, but go ahead and watch her other stuff as well. She's extremely intuitive. She's an amazing channeler, medium, clear everything. Like, seriously, I love her. Ever since I found her like quite a while ago actually, and she has helped me so much along my journey, along my path here, and I would not be where I am today without her, as far as like my spiritual journey and all of those things. So I absolutely love, love, love her, and I think you guys will too. I don't think you will. I absolutely know you will. So, please go ahead and check her out and give her a subscribe as well. So, I also do want to let you guys know that I have officially been impersonated on Instagram. So, I will never, ever, ever, ever reach out to you and ask you if you want a personal reading from me, ever. Never, ever. I will never inbox you and ask you for that or solicit anything like that for you. Just so you know, I only have my Instagram, that's Carissa, which I will put here. This is how it's spelled. I will never, like I said, reach out to you for a read. If you want to reach out to me, that's totally fine. But like I said, I will never reach out to you. I will never tell you anything weird, like my spirit guides have told me that you need a reading and this is important, blah blah blah. Like, that's, nope, that's ridiculous. No. So if you ever get any kind of messages like that, it is a scam. Someone's trying to scam you. People are cloning accounts, and you can just tell by the way things are spelled. They're going to try really hard to make everything look exactly the same, but things will look fishy. So they will, all the posts will be done within the last day or two. My thumbnails will look different. Even the link to my link tree is different on some of them. It might even be the same for other ones, but the one that I saw, it was different. So just be very careful, and just know that I will never reach out to you personally for a reading. And if you are interested, please always message me privately. And for the time being, I think I'm considering closing my readings. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. So, with that being said, you guys, I want to start off by saying we're doing things really cool. I have this really cool wizarding deck that I want to do your zodiac prediction readings with, and yeah, I'm really excited to jump into this. I don't want to make this intro too long, and I feel like it's already long. So, without further ado, we're going to start off with Gemini and jump right into it. What's up, Gemini? Welcome to June readings for you. I just totally flipped over your cards in the way that... Okay, anyways, jumping in. You got number 27, Walking Away, and 44, Divine Matrix. So cool. Okay. So it looks like this month, it's just about you really trusting the way things unfold, you know? I feel like everything is just unfolding the way it should be. You are in a time right now where you're just looking at things and knowing that it's time for you to move on from the things that you are, you know, done with, and you're looking at a new beginning and letting go of like old habits, old thought patterns, you know, false beliefs, things that you just know are not for you anymore. It's like you're like, okay, bye girl, you know what I mean? So it feels like that kind of energy. And I think you're starting to see from this new scope, this new vision, and this new you know, it's like, okay, it's my new, you know, this new year, new me kind of energy, that kind of vibe where it's like, all right, I see things differently. And it's like, now I see how everything is really connected in my life, and how, you know, I'm really going to start trusting in my path and where I'm going. I'm trusting more, not just in myself, but also in how the universe is bringing everything to where I need to be. It kind of feels like that, like this magic high vibe energy, you know? But it's really about you, understanding you also have all that you need to move forward in this next part of your journey as well. So let's get more information here for you about like 44, master number 44 here. You have a number 9. I just feel like a lot of things are coming your way. I feel like you're really building this new foundation, this new stable structure for you to stand on in this next part of your journey. And like, whoa, okay, that was way too messy, guys. Okay, Gemini, so let's get you more clarity. Well, I'm gonna blow my candle out. Let's get more information from Tarot as to what's happening for you in June. What's happening for Gemini in June? We have the moon. Okay. What's happening for Gemini in June? What's happening for Gemini in June? We have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. What's happening for Gemini in June? The Emperor. What's happening for Gemini in June? The High Priestess reversed. Okay. What's happening for Gemini? Whoa. Don't know which one I'm supposed to take. Which one am I taking, Spirit? Okay. Got it. And then your back of the deck is the 8 of Wands. Okay. All right, Gemini. So I feel like this month is really like you experiencing a little bit of frustration, a little bit of delay as far as you reaching the point of like clarity. Because you are walking away and going into like the unknown, so to speak. Because you are walking away and going into the unknown, there's a lot of factors here that come into play where you just really are unsure of not just what lies ahead, but also of yourself, of what you're doing, the choices you're making. You're kind of like second guessing yourself here. And it's like, oh my gosh, I just heard the song and it left my head right away. What is that song? Hopefully Spirit brings it back to me. It's a song by Queen too, and oh, it's gonna bother me. Okay, hopefully it comes back to me. But it's really just about you understanding that you have, like what I said you earlier here, you have the resources available to you. You have what it takes, and it's about you trusting and believing in yourself. Because this particular card here, the Emperor, and this scene here that I'm being shown is you understanding, like Harry, you have the power within you to create your own Patronus charm. You know, Harry didn't think he could create his own Patronus charm and defeat all of those Dementors at the Black Lake, you know? And so when it came time to do that, when it came time to save himself and to save Sirius Black, he did it. You know, he thought he couldn't conjure it. He thought it was his dad coming in spirit form to do it and save them, but it wasn't. It was himself, and he did it. And so he had never done it before, but he did. So I feel like that is you kind of trusting and believing that you have what it takes, trusting and believing in the unknown, yet you kind of know it at the same time, because you have that ability. I mean, he kind of knew, but he didn't know, if that makes sense. So it's kind of that power within yourself, is like, there are some shadowy parts of you where you are kind of, there is this like illusion where you are thinking you don't have what it takes. And I think that's something that you're going to have to work through, as far as like moving in the darkness, in the unknown parts of what lies ahead. And part of this journey, part of this month, part of, you know, what you're going through and what you're journeying through and growing through and all of this, is not knowing. That's part of the beauty of it. That's part of, you know, the actions that you're taking, is like, you're not meant to know every part of it. You're not meant to see in the darkness. And that's part of it in blah, blah, blah. That's part of like you not honing, but that's part of you really creating that skill set of your intuition, creating that, really building it up. You know what I'm saying? Geminis, I think that part of this month too is also coming to terms with some of the things that you have become really attached to, as far as like certain habits that you need to let go of. This could be even certain relationships, like, that might be a little bit toxic for you, and understanding that it's okay to let them go. It's okay to make, you know, these decisions for yourself, for the greater good, and for you to understand that letting go of certain people in your life because of the harm that you feel it does to you and your growth and where you're going, because you feel like it drains you, it does not make you a bad person. It doesn't mean like, you know, you're abandoning them in any sort of way. No, you're doing what you need to do for you. And so, sorry, you guys. Ultimately, that is, okay, Gemini, so sorry. So much commotion happening. I had to take a little bit of a breather and let things settle down to get back to your reading. So this month is really all about you guys letting go of those toxic relationships, those toxic habits, mentalities, thought patterns. And I think you may feel like you're leaving people out in the cold, and some of you may even be feeling like you're the ones being left out, because as you're growing through this, as you are, you know, making these changes, I think people are going to start looking at you differently, and you might be feeling like you don't fit in the same way that you did before. You know, you might be feeling like, you know, that's not your crowd anymore, that sort of a feeling, which is totally fine, because why would you want to stay somewhere where you don't feel like you belong? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of that energy. I'm hearing "I Want to Break Free" by Queen. So that might be that's kind of like your energy. You really want to break free and just embody this energy of you taking charge, taking your own power back in your own life. And this month is just all about that, and kind of like trusting the fact that you don't know everything. You don't know what lies ahead, and that's perfectly fine, you know? And I think that's pretty much what I'm seeing so far. But let's just see what else we can get here. What's happening in June for Gemini? What else? We have focus. Yeah. So really, this is just about you focusing on you're doing your own thing. You know, don't worry about everything else and what other people are saying or thinking about you. Like, who the hell cares about like what they're saying or what they think about like what you're doing in your own journey? You know, don't lose focus on your path and on your things. Like, see how she's looking back on, you know, the past? No, you look forward, you face forward, you pay attention to what you need to do for you, you know, do your thing. What's happening? Whoa. We have security. So I feel like this is just you having the reassurance that things will be okay. I feel like when you go into something not knowing what lies ahead and feeling like you don't really know what's going on and moving in that darkness and feeling like you don't know what you're doing, not being able to fully trust yourself as you move forward in this, I feel like this is like your guides coming through and telling you like it's okay, everything's going to be okay, you know, security is coming and you will be just fine, you know, you have what it takes, you know, keep things simple this month. Keep things simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Don't overanalyze things. Don't make things crazy. You know, enjoy that this is your birthday month too. You know, like maybe I mean, it might be a little late for your birthday, but celebrate that the fact that this is like your month. You know what I mean, Geminis? Let's get one more. What's happening in June for Gemini? What's happening in June for Gemini? And also appreciate the little things. You know, we have love as well coming out. If I can grab a card. Look at that beautiful card. Love is all around you. And you are so loved. You know, move forward with love and understand that there are so many things, good things coming toward you. And the people who really love you are going to be here for you, are going to be supportive of you, are going to have your back and be with you during this time. You know, in the back of your deck you have flow. You know, all of these things are flowing toward you. You're in the flow. You're in the flow of the matrix, the divine matrix at that. And I love how this moon card is here. This moon like that, you know, moving in the darkness and going with the flow of how things are unfolding for you, you know. So I really feel like that's a major thing for you as well. I do feel like I should get you some of these cards right here. Hold on one second if I can grab them. I made a major mess on my desk. One second. I don't know if I did this last time. Did I? Well, let's get you tea leaf cards. What's happening in Gemini? What's happening in June for Gemini? What's happening in June for Gemini? We have Pig, beware of greed. Okay, don't be greedy, guys. And beware of those around you who may be greedy. Oh my gosh. What's happening in June? Oh, got it. We have Quill. Get back to the basics. Yes, it's that simplicity. Look at that. The quill and the feather. It's really about you keeping things simple this month. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. I just heard Judge Judy in my head. Keep it simple, stupid. Not calling you stupid, but she's saying, I just heard her voice say that K-I-S-S. That's her. That's what she says. Keep it simple. We have, whoa. Oh, we have marriage. So you might be celebrating marriage. Marriage is coming in. Let's get you one more. So obviously that might be just for someone specific. Whoa. Dropped it on the ground. Hold on. We also have mountain, major challenge to overcome. Yes, so you'll definitely be overcoming something major this month. And I think it's the fact that you are moving through this period of like unknown and just letting yourself go through go through the flow. I mean, you know, be in the flow of it. I hope that makes sense. But that's what I'm seeing for you, Geminis. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising, whichever one you're not watching right now. And thank you guys so much for being here. I really love and appreciate you all so much. So yeah, I hope you have an amazing June, you guys, and I will see you guys soon. Bye. What's up, Cancer? Welcome to your June predictions. Let's just jump right in. Starting off, we have number 40, the land between. Oh, hopefully I don't wipe that one out. And 39, a fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel reversed. Okay. So, my Cancer friends, it looks like we are having a little bit of throat chakra blockage this month, having a difficult time expressing ourselves, and a little bit of fear behind that. It feels like we're just not really feeling good about expressing ourselves. We're a little afraid to express ourselves. And I think that we are also in this period of like development, change, transforming. And while we're in this in-between stage, it's like that pupa stage, like when the caterpillar is like in the cocoon, like morphing into the butterfly kind of thing. But we're waiting and we're evolving, and like it's kind of like testing of your patience. So it's just, while we're in this waiting period, we're kind of afraid of speaking up for ourselves and expressing how we feel, and because we're just kind of a little bit unsure of ourselves and things like that. So I think that's kind of what's going on here. That's kind of the energy. I feel like there's a lot of growth happening for us this month, and also setting down like major foundations, setting down a lot of roots here. But let's get you some tarot to clarify what's happening this month. I'm going to shuffle this way, so hopefully you don't blow out the candle there. And yes. Okay. What's happening for Cancer in June, please? What's happening for our Cancer friends in June? What's happening for our Cancer friends? Excuse me. We have the Eight of Cups reversed. Okay. What's happening for our Cancer friends in June? Okay. Two of Cups reversed. All right. What's happening in June for Cancer? Whoa. A lot of cups, guys. Five of Cups. What's happening for Cancer in June? NSYNC might be very significant for you guys. I don't know why I'm hearing their music right now. I'm hearing your love is like a river, peaceful and deep. I'm not sure if that's significant to anybody watching right now. We have the Empress reversed. One more, please. What's happening in June for Cancer? We have the Emperor upright. Okay, interesting. The back of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. Wow. Cups galore. All right, Cancer. I feel like tap me into the answer. I'm getting a very specific message from my guides, and I don't know if it'll apply to everybody, but I'm going to go with the first message I'm getting right now and then see if they send me anything else. But for this part, I just feel like this is a love situation in which things just are not working out, or just didn't work out for some of you. It does feel like someone may be coming back to a situation in which, maybe they walked away too soon from something. This may not necessarily be romantic, although I feel like it really is, just because we have two counterparts here. We have the Empress and the Emperor here showing up in your reading, and all of this cup emotion is just, there's so much love, and it's unexpressed love at that. I feel like it's just all of this pent up emotion that you weren't able to really fully express yourself, and you're not able to express yourself this month fully. I feel like I think like you're really in this energy of kind of dwelling on the things that didn't go right this coming month. It's just you're focusing a lot on the things that went wrong, the things that, you know, basically fell apart in the situation, in the relationship, or whatever this is, you know, for you. And so it does feel like the female and or the feminine, not female, I don't want to say female, the feminine energy in this relationship was very you know, overprotective, coddling, always trying to figure out where you were, and just never gave the other person room to grow. And I'm going to be extremely honest here, so I hope no one takes offense to any. I'm just going to tell you what I'm picking up on, and whoever resonates with what energy is, that's what it is. While the Emperor, this masculine energy here is, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female or they, it's just energy. We all have feminine and masculine energy. I think I say that all the time. Anyways, back to the Emperor masculine energy. This person was or is someone who really needs a lot of, not a lot, but more freedom, more, you know, authority in their own life and in themselves as well. So with that comes like their own set of rules, their own, you know, like I said, freedoms and structures, and not necessarily, they don't need to be the one who follows someone else's rules. You know, they're someone who follows their own rules and makes their own rules that they follow. They don't need somebody to coddle them and to tell them like, oh, you need to do this, put your jacket on. Like, I don't mean to sound like a overprotective mom, but that's kind of the energy where, like, you know, this person just needs more space to breathe. And I feel like that's where the two energies bump heads, in which there's an imbalance here. Um, and so somebody is unable to fully express how they feel for fear of, you know, either hurting the other person or scaring the other person away, or, you know, it's that sort of energy where they don't want to mess things up. They don't want to spill over any other cups, and things like that, you know. And I feel like typically in the traditional five of cups, three of them are spilled and two of them are still up. And then you, like, if you see here, you have the two of cups reversed also. So I do feel like this energy here is a lot about, like, you're just so focused on making sure those two cups don't go anywhere, while still being so hyper focused on what did I do to make those three cups spill so that these other two cups don't fall over, that, you know, you're missing the whole point of keeping the two cups up. You know, that's why they're upside down. And I think that's what really needs to happen here, is that there needs to be like more of a balance in terms of you expressing yourself, more of a balance in terms of you letting yourself, you know, speak freely, and letting yourself be vulnerable in this situation. You know, I told you that this land in between card is a little bit of a test of patience, a test of, you know, trust, and also a test of your humility as well. So are you going to be able to do that with whoever this is? You know, are you going to be able to go in this in-betweenness, this stage with them, in which you are willing to be patient? Are you willing to go there with this person? Are you willing to put in that time and energy into the development stage of going to, you know, build up this foundation? Because if you're not, then is it really worth, you know, doing this? Is it really worth staying, or, you know, whatever you're doing here? Because by you not fully expressing yourself, you're not happy. Honestly, you're just kind of hoping it'll change when really it's not changing. And I don't feel like it's going to be built on solid ground either. I feel like there's a lot of fear and anxiety, and you're kind of trapping yourself here in this situation, and only you have the power to set yourself free and make this situation something that you really want it to be. That's kind of what the energy is here. But do you see how, like, so specific that is? I also do feel like it doesn't necessarily have to be romantically charged in terms of the situation. This could definitely apply to like a family relationship or a friendship in which, you know, you're letting somebody else take the reins. I kind of feel like you might be the one who is in the Emperor situation, and somebody is coddling you, or, you know, overdoing it on you and stepping on your toes, things like that, and just keeping you boxed in. That's just the feeling I'm getting from the situation, but I could be wrong. Just because I feel like, because you are embodying this energy of growth and waiting period and developing and growing, I feel like you're the one who's embodying that Emperor energy, in which you are trying to, you know, grow rather than over coddle. I feel like someone's trying to come in and keep you small and not necessarily allow you to really fully grow, you know? They're afraid of, like, what, you leaving the nest. It kind of feels like that. In that situation. So take what applies to you, and if it doesn't resonate, then don't worry about it. Just look for your moon or rising, or whichever sign you're not watching right now, for other messages, because this is a pretty specific one, guys. Yeah, it definitely feels like that, like someone's coming back. It could be an ex situation as well, in which somebody's coming back because they felt like they walked away from this too soon, and like it's just something that wasn't working out, and, you know, they're dwelling on the past, and again, just keeping you from your growth and your movement forward and your development into yourself. And it kind of feels like you are not really fully expressing the way that you're feeling, and going back on the choices that you made. They might be making you feel a certain way about a choice that you've made for you, in terms of like moving forward in your life. And so I also don't want you to feel like you made the wrong decision because somebody else is coming in and, you know, projecting their own fears on you as well. Because ultimately this is your life and what you want to do. And so, you know, don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to express yourself. And because you're afraid of hurting someone's feelings, you know, you have to think about, you are where you are because you chose to walk away and do something for you, for your greater good, and you would not be where you are today had you not done that, you know? Yes, maybe they helped you do so many things and all of that, but just really think about how much you've done for yourself, how much you've done for others, and at the end of the day, you know, you're amazing too. You are a badass too. You know, it's not just how much they did for you. How much did you do for them? How much did you do for others? How much do you continue to do for others? How much are you doing for yourself? Think about that, okay? You don't live your life to please other people. So, we're going to finish with some of these, and then I'll get you a couple of tea leaf cards. What's happening for Cancer in June? What's happening for Cancer in June? Whatever this is, your heart was definitely invested. There's all of this emotion coming up. So it's definitely that energy, very Cancer-y energy in your reading. What's happening for Cancer in June? What's happening for Cancer in June? You have flow. Yeah, so really go with the flow as far as like your feelings, and go trust your intuition, you know? I feel like with this moon card, but with the moon here in this card, it's just about you trusting your intuition, trusting your gut feeling, because ultimately I feel like you're very intuitive, you're very in touch with that intuition, and I think that sometimes you let your emotions get the best of you. Sometimes you let people really take advantage of your heart, and that can sometimes cloud your judgment. And yeah, I feel like I feel like that you can really just tap into your intuition and connect with your heart at the same time. And when you're in alignment with those two things, that's when you let your true heart's desires come out and really be in flow of what you truly want for you, you know, not what someone else wants. So what's happening in June for Cancer, please? What's happening in June for Cancer? I keep doing that. What's happening in June for Cancer, please? Whoa, that would have been bad if it went in the candle. We have adventures. I love this. Guys, I think you're going to be going on quite a few adventures once you allow yourself to have some fun and release some of this pent-up emotions. I think you are being called to really go out in nature and have some fun. Get yourself to water if you can. Obviously, not everyone can do that depending on where you live. I know it's a different season for everybody, but if you can, but go on an adventure, do something fun, get in touch with something that makes you feel free, and just tapping into that wild side of yours, you know, something explorative, and just allowing yourself to connect with that adventurous side. You also have illumination, so I do feel like something is going to be highlighted for you this month. Some of your desires, some of your soul's desires, your heart's desires are really going to be illuminated this month as well. And it's like I said, tapping into your intuition and allowing it to flow with your emotions, your heart center. If you do that, that's really going to help illuminate things for you along the way as well. I think that's also going to help you open up your throat chakra and just really get into alignment, like I said, and help you to really express yourself, help you to really be in tune with everything, and just feel a lot freer. What's happening in June for Cancer? What's happening in June? We have Delight. I like this card, you guys. Look how cute. It's a little, is that a sparrow? I think it's a sparrow, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're going to be taking in a lot of fun, a lot of nature's delights as well. I feel like nature's highlighted a lot in these cards in general, but I do feel like this month is really just about you having your fun, taking in all that is fun and delightful for you. Really just spend time with those that you truly love, spend time with those who bring you happiness, and do things with others that, you know, bring you joy. I feel like, you know, have a good time. Oh my goodness, I wasn't going to get you one more. I was going to just take the bottom of the deck, but it looks like we're just going to get you a bonus card, Cancer. I wasn't paying attention. What's happening in June for Cancer? What's happening in June for Cancer? We have power. Yes, take your power back, okay? Take your power back so you can express yourself. I feel like that is a major thing. Come into power. The bottom of your deck says taking risks. I think that's a call for you to take that leap of faith and don't be afraid to, like I said, speak up. I feel like that's a call for you to do that. It's a call for you to not be afraid to hurt someone's feelings. I think that's a major thing coming through, is like you're afraid to hurt someone's feelings, step on someone's toes this month. And when it comes to speaking your truth, speaking how you truly feel, take that risk. There's something that you really wanted to do this month, go for it. Go for it. Go on that adventure that you've been wanting to do. What's happening? Oops. We have fly, a period of ill health, depression. Honestly, I think this has to do with you letting this person drain you, whoever this person is. I think that's what that is talking about. This, with that fly energy, I think that's what it has to do with. Don't let that person make you feel guilty or make you feel any sort of way about you doing what's best for you. So what's happening in, oh, that was quick. We have grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Very interesting card. It's happening in June. Oh, on a boat. Money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Nice. Very nice, Cancer. So that's what I'm seeing for your June this month, you guys. I feel like this is overall you guys taking your power back. This is about you guys stepping into your light, and don't let this person, whoever this is, let you feel any sort of way. Don't let them keep you boxed in because they see you outgrowing them, outshining them, or whatever, leaving them behind. Don't let them make you feel any kind of way. You know, you do what's best for you. If you choose to go back or whatever this situation is, that's totally up to you. No judgment here. But like I said, don't be afraid to express yourself. Don't be afraid to speak up and say how you feel, you know? And I feel like ultimately that's what's going to make you feel so much better and illuminate things for you. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Cancer. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising, whichever one you're not watching now. Because like I said, this was pretty specific. So I totally get it. If it doesn't resonate, don't take this if it doesn't resonate. And of course, leave it behind if it doesn't. But yes, that is what I'm seeing. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye. What's up, Leo? Welcome to your monthly predictions reading. We're going to just jump right in. We have number 47, Sacred Reverence, and number 1, the Sun reversed. Okay. So jumping on in, sorry if you can hear Turbo barking. He's going bonkers. He would not come in the room with me. So now he's barking at every little noise outside. But anyways, we have, I want to point out we have 11. This 47 condensed to 11, and we have 1. So a lot of 1 energy. This is like a lot of new beginnings. Master number 11, new beginnings, self, gifts, things like that. This could be a lot about your ego as well, opportunities, potential. But basically, this month, this June, is all about you really exploring things with a curiosity and just, you also, it's almost like you're just inspired in the fact that spirit is just everywhere, you know, in everything. And while at the same time it's kind of like feeling like while you're inspired by the fact that spirit is everywhere, you also have hit a little bit of like a roadblock in terms of like your creativity and going after the things that you want. It kind of feels like there's this energy here with the sun reversed in which you feel like you just hit like writer's block almost. It's like you just have this self-doubt, there's a little bit of confusion, and you just have this lack of direction. You don't know where to go from here. You know, you're so inspired by the fact that spirit is all around you and, you know, exploring things, and you're so curious about like how spirit is everywhere and all around you, and it's beautiful and it's amazing, but now where do you go from here, right? It's kind of that energy happening for you this month. And so let's get some clarification with tarot as far as like what is going on. You know, it's kind of like this, I'm awake now, but what next? Like, where do I go from here? What do I do with all of this like inspiration? I don't know, you know. It's kind of like that. Like, I'm so inspired to do something, but I don't know what to do. It kind of feels like that, you know. I know I want to do this. I know I want to, like, it's kind of like, for example, I want to be my own boss. I want to start a business. I just don't know what I'm passionate about. You know, it kind of feels like that. So, what is happening for, oops. What is happening for Leo in June? What is happening for the world in reverse? Yeah. What is happening for Leo in June? Ace of Wands reversed. Oops. Eight of Cups. The Tower. And what's happening? I forgot to flip that after I got the Tower. What's happening for Queen of Swords? In the back of your deck is Temperance. Okay, so Leo friends, it's just basically you guys are not reaching this point of, you're just, you know, it's that inspiration is like fizzling out almost because you really don't know what to do with it. It kind of feels like that. And it's like you want to start this new beginning, but you really can't start that new beginning until you fully close the chapter and close the door on the old. And it's really about you walking away from the things that aren't serving you. And I think it's going to come in the form of something crazy happening this month. And I don't want to say crazy, but I mean something pretty pivotal is going to happen this month. And I kind of want to get clarity as far as like what it is. Because we do have the Tower card, but it does have something to do with you walking away from something that is not serving you, something that you are seeing the truth in it now, and it's like, now it's like you have this sense of like, wow, yep, I just heard fuck that bitch, like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone, but that's really like what it is, you know. Sorry, I have a guide. My guide is like, she's old school, but at the same time she talks like, she has like a potty mouth, you know. The King of Pentacles. Okay, what is this Tower moment? Ten of Swords. Oh, okay. Strength. Okay, so clarifying this, let's see if I can move this up. So to clarify the Tower, I just have the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and Strength reversed. And your back of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. So that's just to clarify this guy right here. But so what this is, you guys, is this month, this Tower moment is going to be you guys really, it feels like someone is in, it kind of feels like someone might be stabbing you in the back this month. It's this kind of betrayal energy in which it's going to really show you and take a lot of this inner strength within you that you didn't. Oh, that was an interesting story. Okay, sorry you guys. That was a weird little picture in my head. Um, it feels like something that you do for work, in which I think it felt it might be something in which you were meant to get a certain promotion perhaps, or a certain position in at work, or a certain project, like that sort of a thing. And this was supposed to be like your thing, and then it kind of feels like you got screwed over at work. And it feels very much like a cutthroat thing. Honestly, it's almost like you really trusted this person. This person was supposed to have your back and all of these things. And then all of a sudden it's like, what the frick happened? Like, how did this happen? And it's kind of like now you kind of see, like, it's kind of like, whoa, like basically I just saw Bellatrix throw her little blade and stab Dobby, and your Dobby and poor Dobby, you know, like it kind of feels like that. I'm not saying like whoever this is like a bad person necessarily. I feel like this is somebody that you thought you could trust, and it kind of feels like that. But it's like this was like the thing that you thought you were going to do for forever. But now it's like, well, there goes that, and you're just, it's kind of like you feel like it's kind of like you feel like this is not what you want anymore. You're like, you're not happy, and this really opened up your eyes. Like I just heard woke, like you're woke, you know? And so it's kind of like these series of events that are unfolding for you, not to you. Understand that. And it's kind of working out in the end. So it's like, it feels like shit in the at first, you know, but then you're also seeing the light around you. Like all of these things are happening, you know, like all of these amazing things are happening at the same time, because other opportunities are going to start presenting themselves to you, in which they're going to lead you in directions that are starting to inspire you to do something that you're meant to, you know. I think you're just going to start seeing things for what they are. You're going to really just be so open to the fact that you really weren't happy doing what you were doing there, and you were doing whatever it was that you were doing for all the wrong reasons. And so this shitty thing that happened was actually a blessing in disguise, because your heart really wasn't in it. This was not something that you could have been doing for the long haul. And so now you're kind of like so grateful, you know, you're going to be so grateful that all of this is unfolding in the way that it is. And so that's when it comes down to you walking away from this and seeing the light and seeing all of this. And then that's kind of where you're like, okay, well, what do I do next? You know, I'm so inspired, and I'm so awestruck, and I'm so like, this is amazing, and like how the world works, and how spirit works, and how, you know, the divine works in all of these mysterious ways, and for the greater good for me, and things like that, and how all of these things come into play. But now where do I go from here? Because I don't know what to do next. And so this is kind of the unknown energy, right? It's kind of that unknown, like, where do I go next? And so that's kind of what's unfolding for you this month. And I don't think the month is long enough for us to be shown as far as like what is going on this month. I think that's going to be a whole separate reading, and a whole nother month in which that will unfold, that journey part will unfold for you, because this month is all about, you know, this chapter closing, and things, you walking away from things, you discovering that, you know, there are certain things that are not for you anymore. And it really does feel like it's whatever you do for work, or something that you thought you were going to do for work. And so that's kind of what it feels like. Or something, this could have been applied to a relationship in which you thought, you know, this was going to be a long-term relationship. But for the most part, I really do feel like this has to do with whatever you're doing for your job, honestly. But like I said, this could apply to a relationship. This could be like you thought you were going to be with this person for a long time. Obviously, it didn't. Something happened. It didn't work out. it does feel like, you know, like I said, a betrayal situation, not necessarily cheating, but it just doesn't feel like this person, you know, I don't really know what other betrayal situation, but there's no third party energy here. Maybe a severe lie, something like that, but it is that kind of energy in which you are recognizing now that this wasn't what you wanted and this wasn't making you happy, and so now it's time for you to walk away from the thing that is not, there's no fire here anymore. There hasn't been a fire there for quite some time, and you're finally able to close the door on this. You're finally going to be able to turn the page, like close the book and start a new one. So let's see now what's happening, what else you can get, what else you can tell us. What's happening for Leo in June, please? What's happening for Leo in June? I feel like this is super specific to you guys, so I'm kind of just going with it, you know? Oh my gosh. If it's, so please, if it does not feel like it's resonating for you, leave it behind and go to your other signs for messages, because do not force it to fit. We have diligence here, so this is really about you working hard and starting to like soar higher than you ever did. Your hard work is really going to pay off in so many bigger ways than you ever expected, you know? So I think that like as you recognize that you've been doing all the things here and you seeing that this is not what you were meant to be doing, for some of you this could be just a shift of gears too, as far as like something falling through, maybe like a business partner fell through or a client fell through, and like it just really took its toll on you, and you want to change things up as to how you are doing your business. You know, it's been like wearing you down. You thought maybe it was Mercury retrograde. You thought like, you know, it's just been a tough year. We've been going through a lot of changes, a lot of things, but really it's just about you like having to make changes for you, for the greater good for you and your business. And it feels like that, you know, it's just having to make changes, maybe not a whole industry change, maybe not a whole career change, but definitely changes for you and how you do things for your business, things like that, things for work. So it's definitely switching things up a bit and taking that inspired action, because you understand that sometimes things happen, sometimes shit hits the fan, and it's because you're meant to shift gears. It's because you're meant to switch directions. You're meant to change up how you do things, you know? So what's happening for Leo in June? We have patience. Yeah, so really give yourself that grace and be patient with yourself. Cranes for me are also a sign of prosperity and good luck and longevity as well. So I feel like that is something that you need to understand, that with that comes a lot of patience. You know, it doesn't happen overnight. So take that with you as well. What's happening for Leo in June, please? What's happening for Leo in June? We have success. Okay, seriously, that's amazing. So despite everything that you might be going through, know that success is coming, okay? You will be successful at the end of the day, and you will achieve it at the end of the day. You just need to trust in the universe, and I feel like you already are doing that. You're already trusting in the fact that things are happening just the way that they are meant to, and that spirit has your back. And so I feel like you're going to be like, okay, don't worry, this is supposed to happen, so I'm fine. I feel like that's the energy. We also have new beginnings. Wow. Yep. What was I telling you about how this is new beginning energy coming through? And that is exactly what that is. And look at how beautiful that card is. It's just insanely beautiful. I wasn't supposed to get another one, but here we are. I was supposed to take the back of the deck. What's happening in June for Leo? What's happening in June for Leo? I got so excited for you guys that I kept shuffling. So you get a bonus card. What's happening in June for Leo? Happiness. Okay, seriously. That's beautiful. And totally self-explanatory. Happiness is coming. And you have forgiveness at the back of your deck. So forgive yourself ultimately for any kind of resentment you're holding on to. Like, don't let any kind of anger or hard feelings live within you, because that's just going to eat away at you. You know, negativity just breeds more negativity, and we don't want to hold on to any of that inside of us. So even if you don't want to actually forgive the person in person, you don't have to, you don't owe it to that person, but just don't hold on to it inside of you either. Don't let them have that power. So what's happening? Oh, that was quick. We have Camel. Persevere and you will overcome problems. Exactly, you will. You will, Leos. You totally will. What's happening in June? You have two, okay? So you have a Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Yep. And you also have Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Okay. Amazing. I'm going to get one more. You have a lot of bonus cards, Leos. This is your month, I feel like. What's happening in June for Leo? You have Star. Guaranteed success. Okay, seriously. I want to be a Leo right now. But that's what I'm seeing for your June, Leos. And don't forget to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, whichever you're not watching right now. And have an amazing month. Seriously, such an amazing month. Have an amazing month. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye. What's up, Virgo? Welcome to your June predictions. I'm so happy to have you here. We'll just jump right on in. We have number 23, healing the heart, and 41, seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel. Double fives. So 5 might be significant for you. 5 is a number all about change, challenges, knowledge, experience. I'm just really drawn to the fact that this is just beautiful energy coming through. Okay? Virgos, this month is really, I think that this month is really about you focusing on healing, focusing on making amends, and releasing any kind of pain you've been holding on to, and like the renewal of your energy in your heart space, things like that. Really focusing on your heart energy. And I think that this is because you're super tapped into your connection to the divine this month, with this crown chakra being highlighted. I think you're very inspired. The flow of, that information that you have from the higher power, from the universe, from source energy. I think that you are very open intuitively as well, and like a lot of guidance from your spirit guides, the universe, the ascended master, ancestors, things like that. Or you're very tapped in at this time, and I think that's allowing you to really be tapped in and open to healing and shadow work, things like that. All the things that you need to do to really ascend and like level up, if that makes sense. And so I think a lot of people don't recognize that when it comes to ascension, we do need to do a lot of like inner work and healing and shadow work, things like that. So that's like some of the hardest parts, is really going within ourselves to see like what kind of work we have to do on ourselves, or you know, like what do we need to heal from our past and our pain and our inner child, things like that. So I feel like that's what you're really doing. You're focusing on that, any kind of resentments or trauma, like I said, past pain, past things, like amends that you need to make. And this could be amends with yourself, amends with others, anything that might be holding you back, you know? I don't know what the song is called, but it's playing in my head. I think it's called Higher, because that's what keeps me alive, and it takes me higher. I'm not going to sing it for you because I'm not a good singer, but it's a really old song. I think it's like a techno song. Can you hear turbo barking? I'm sorry, guys. What's happening for Virgo in June? What's happening for, oh, the Ten of Cups reversed. What's happening for Virgo in June? We have the Eight of Cups, Four of Cups reversed, the Empress, what's happening in, woo! Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, we have Justice. Did I drop anything else? Okay, sorry guys. Dropped all the cards. Then I had to go get a turbo. So you got making noise. Also, I like how Sirius Black looks like, he looks like Keanu Reeves in this deck. Sorry. Does anyone else think that? Anyway, comment if you think he looks like Keanu Reeves. Anyways, the Magician is at the back of your deck. Okay, my Virgo friends. Let's see, what do we have here? Maybe Keanu Reeves is significant for some of you guys, because now that's all I can think about is Keanu Reeves. Hold on, I need to hold on to my crystal, tap back into your energy. Okay. The fact that you have three majors coming out here and half your cards are pretty significant, I feel like, with your energy, and then the rest are cups, so that's crazy. Like I said, a lot of healing, a lot of heart energy coming in this month for you guys, Virgos. So this is really about focusing on getting your happy, right? Because in order for us to truly be happy, we need to do that inner work. You know, we can't truly be happy and get it from an outside source. We need to be truly happy within ourselves first. And honestly, we can't do that until we let go of the things that we've been holding on to. And some of this can be anger, resentment, hate, past pains and traumas. And for a lot of us, that's really difficult to work on. So I really applaud you if, you know, we are working on these things and working through these things in ourselves, because that's really difficult to do, you know. And like, this month is just about you doing that. It's about you focusing on going within and figuring out why you're not happy, and healing those things within yourself, because it feels like, you know, we're manifesting our own happiness back into our life. You know, I think that over time we have thought that, you know, maybe it was best to just walk away from things that weren't serving us, and we thought that that's all we needed to do, when in the long run we also need to work through those things. You know, we can't just walk away from it and be like, okay, we're done with that and we don't need to do anything else, you know? So this is really about you wanting to bring more joy into your life, more happiness into your life. And you can only do that by like letting go of the things that are not serving you. And that is including those feelings, you know, those feelings of anger and resentment. And, you know, some of you might include hate, you know, those feelings of hatred for certain people that you've been holding on to for however long that you've been holding on to those feelings, you know. And so I think that this is really a positive reading as far as like focusing on you truly getting your happy, because it's been a struggle, you know. You might have been outcast by your family at some point, and which has been really traumatic on you in the past, you know, of course, for anyone, you know. And not, it doesn't necessarily have to be family who are biological or by blood. This can be like family in terms of like, you know, business associations, community, friendships, business, things like that. You know, it can be any type of a feeling in which you were victimized. You know, you were tossed out to the curb and just left out. You know, like people really were truly mean to you. And it was just such a dark time and a dark period of time. And now it's just a time of you focusing on healing that and letting go of that past pain and resentment. And I'm getting a little emotional, sorry. I don't like bullies. I hate bullies. And so for you to be bullied, I'm so sorry. Sorry. But know that you are so loved, Virgo friends. You are so, so loved. And you do not deserve to be treated that way. And so this is just about you healing yourself and knowing that you are deserving of love. And fuck those bullies, you know? This is about you letting go of that hate, letting go of that anger, getting your happy back, and truly living from a place of love and happiness, and taking advantage of your joy and your happiness and being happy for you, and not operating from a place of anger and hate and like spite, you know. And I feel like that's what this month is all about, truly stepping into that new era, that new place. Because I feel like you've you know, for some of you, you might have already started this path, and for others of you, this is like you are embarking on it now. And this is really about you focusing. Why does it sound weird when I say that? Focusing. Okay. Anyways, you are really focusing on your own self-love journey, and you are giving yourself that nurturing and that love that you know you deserve, and therefore attracting even more of it into your life. You know, karma really is working its way to you in the best way, because you are so deserving of the people in your life coming your way, these relationships, these opportunities, and all the good things, all the abundances that are coming toward you. You've been manifesting all of these things. You've been doing all the things. You've been taking the inspired action, putting in the work, putting out all the good energy, and being the good person that you are. And so all of these things are coming toward you just the way as it is meant to. So I do feel like that's what this is all about here. You might even get some sort of message, a love message. Someone might be reaching out or may have already reached out to you. Amazing. So that's incredible, Virgo friends. Oh, what does that say? Persevere and you will overcome problems. That might be for you, because it accidentally flipped over when I grabbed this. But definitely incredible energy for you guys, my Virgo friends. I feel like this is a time of huge change for you in your life, and it's so exciting. So let's see what else we can get. What else is happening for Virgos in June? What's happening in June for Virgos? We have freedom. You know why you're getting this card? Because when you let go of certain feelings, that hate and that anger and the spite, you truly start feeling free. Like that weight of, you know, emotion is just lifted and you can truly breathe. Like there is no better feeling. Trust me. What is happening in June for Virgos? Oh my gosh. Okay. That's too many. Again, too many. One at a time. Okay. Power. We have power coming out. So you are fully taking your power back because the feelings that you're holding on to, you're still letting them have power over you by holding on to any of those negative feelings. So understand that once you let them go, once you release them and start healing, you take all the power back. So, oh my gosh, keep dropping cards, guys. What's happening in June for Virgos? We have fulfillment. Love it. Truly feeling fulfilled, and I think that you're going to really start seeing your true happiness shine through. Flexibility. So with this card here, you can see I really just want to talk about this card because it's amazing. The tiger here is a symbol of strength and just how strong you are, and also the bamboo is also a symbol of strength. And bamboo is so strong. It can bend and bend. It's so hard to break. But that is just you guys. You guys are so flexible. And the way that you move and how you are willing to bend for, not for other people, you know, not to fit and bend to other people's will and make other people happy. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you're being flexible so that you are able to heal in your own way and to open up your heart and move about your healing journey in the way that you are meant to. So you're being really flexible in that way, you know. I hope that makes sense. And then in the back of your deck, you have Gateway with this awesome unicorn here. So you truly are opening up this new gateway to new things, new opportunities, new friendships, new relationships, and just abundance coming. Magic is coming your way. And I think that you're going to really start to see things line up for you, like true alignment. I think that you're going to start to see so many things blossom for you in ways that you never thought possible. So it's going to be a magical feeling, you guys. What's happening? We have purse. Pay attention to your finances. So just be careful as far as like spending too much, you guys. Sometimes it might not be even you. It could be somebody taking things out of your purse. So be careful. What's happening in June for Virgo? Oh my goodness, why do I keep dropping cards? Okay, we have ink pot problems to be resolved. Yep, definitely resolving some problems here. I just heard Ariana Grande got one less problem. Oh, we have wind chimes, peace and harmony. So awesome energy for you guys. Group, Virgos. You also have flowers flipped over, which says happiness. I'm really excited for you guys this month, and it's going to be really exciting for June. June is going to be really exciting for you guys, Virgos. So yes, that's what I'm seeing for you. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, rising, whichever one you're not watching right now, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye. What's up, Libras? Welcome to your June monthly predictions video. We're just going to jump right in. We have number 22, Tender Embrace, and 21, Strategy. I love how these two are progressive. Well, 20, 21, 22. So I feel like this is just a month about you guys really taking steps towards the things that you need to go to. With 22 tender embrace, this is really about you guys having more like kindness and compassion and gratitude for yourself and for others, you know. And I think that's going to take you really far this month. And then on top of that, by having a strategy going forward this month in terms of like where you want to go, maybe like write down, have like a plan and a direction of where you want to go, and writing it down or typing it down on your phone on a note, and just have a very conscious plan as to like how you want to go, and set some structure in place, you know, as to like what you need to do to get there, taking the steps and taking that action towards you, towards where you want to go. And like I said, moving forward with that kindness, that gratitude, and that compassion in your daily life when you're moving forward in terms of getting there. And I think that's going to take you very far this month. So it's really exciting energy. I feel like this is like good juju energy, you know. Let's see what else we got. Okay, what's happening for Libras in June? What's happening for Libra in June? What's happening? We have strength. Okay, what's happening for Libras in June? What's happening for Libras in June? Lovers reversed. What's happening for Libras in June? We have the Ten of Wands. What's happening? Oh my gosh, I keep dropping cards. What's happening for Libras in June? The Hermit. What's happening? What's happening for Libras in June? What's happening for Libras in June? What's happening? Justice, okay. Ten of Cups reversed. Hey Libras, this month is really about you understanding that in order for you to really find this happiness that you are longing to find for yourself, you really need to go within and see what's going on, because I feel like you're not truly following your heart. You know, you might be having this compassion and gratitude and kindness, but like this month you really need to focus on that. You really need to focus on putting forth that compassion, that kindness, and that gratitude, not just for other people, but also for yourself, and really tapping into that energy, because it feels like you're not really connected to your heart and following your heart. And it's not just fully going forward with just that energy, but I feel like you also need to go forward with it in a strategic manner, because Spirit is saying like there's a way to go about this in a sense where you are guided to move forward this month to unburden yourself from certain things that you've taken on, because I feel like there's this cross desire that keeps coming into my head, in which I feel like you are taking on the burdens and responsibilities of other people. You may be feeling like you are unhappy because you're following the path of someone else. You feel like you might be following yours, but really you're picking up on someone else's. This could be like, you know, feeling like, yes, that's what I want, but really it's not. It's someone else's desire, you know? And this month is just about really finding that strength deep down inside of you, compassion and kindness for yourself, and also, you know, trying not to get frustrated with those around you, and just keeping that attitude and that gratitude, you know, with not just those around you, but like I said, for yourself. And have like a structured strategy in which, you know, you might have to keep a gratitude journal. You might have to, you know, write 5 things that you're grateful for every single day. You know, like I said, there might be some structure involved to this. There's something to do with you having a strategic way about going forward this month with this compassion, kindness, love, and gratitude for yourself and other people, and tapping into what your true heart's desires are, because it's this energy of going within you and seeking your inner true heart's desires that, you know, releasing these burdens that you've been holding on to, because I feel like you're chasing after someone else's hearts and desires, and that's why you're not happy. That's why you can't achieve this 10 of cups. And so with this Justice card coming out here, it's about like tipping the scales back into balance. It's about you, you know, finally seeing the things, you know, back into place. And I feel like it's been so imbalanced for quite some time. And this month is about you getting it back into balance because you're going forward with this strategy. So rather than just like winging it, you know. So I think that's going to be like a major thing. I feel like journal is a big thing that's going to come into play here this month. And it's just, there's a lot of major energy coming out as well. But definitely be gentle with yourself. Have, you know, don't be so hard on yourself as well, and do some like self-love, self-care kind of things. Give back to yourself in that energy. And I think that ultimately you will find that happiness that you need to find, you know, that happiness and getting in tune with what you truly need to get in tune with. But that's what I'm seeing for you, Libra. I feel like just don't get it twisted as far as like going after the things that you want. Maybe you might have been pursuing something for the wrong reasons, and just tap back into like why it is that you are pursuing it. You know, it could have been to like be in spite of someone or to prove a point to somebody. And at the end of the day, it shouldn't be about proving a point to someone. It should be about a bigger reason than that. It should be for you, you know. What is it that truly lights your soul on fire? And that is the reason why you should be chasing after whatever dream you're chasing after, whatever happiness is. Because at the end of the day, if it's just to prove somebody wrong or just to prove somebody that you can do it, it's not going to make you happy when you fulfill it, you know. So this is about correcting it and tipping that scale back into balance. So that's what I'm seeing there. Pretty direct and to the point here with that reading here. So I really like that. What else? What's happening for Libras in June? What's happening for Libras in June? We have fulfillment. Yes. So I think like once you do tap back in, you're going to start to see yourself feeling really fulfilled, really happy, and really just at peace, you know, really full. And these 10 of cups are going to be flipped up normal, you know. What's happening in June for Libra? Well, we have healing chaos. Wow, I've never seen that card. So I think like this is about the healing that chaos within yourself, because I think that things have been kind of tumultuous inside, you know, and just feeling like you don't know why you're not feeling fulfilled, you know. And now that you kind of have a handle on things going forward with this strategy in place, you're going to feel like it's healing that craziness inside, you know. And maybe even outside, now that you have like a structure, a strategy going forward. So what's happening for Libra in June? We have diligence. So yes, your hard work is definitely going to be paying off. You're going to rise above all the clouds and really start to see so clearly what it is that you need to be doing. Your strategy and your structure in place is going to be paying off this month. What's happening? We have purity. Yes. So I feel like this is like confirming that you moving forward, like with that pure heart, and like knowing that you're going after whatever it is with the pure intentions of what it is that you truly wanted to go after for the right reasons, rather than like for, you know, in spite of somebody, or to prove somebody wrong, or to prove a point to somebody. You know, going forward with the intentions that you had initially for yourself, that's going to get you so much further, you know. In the back of your deck, we have potential. I love this so much. The potential is just brewing. Something insane is going to happen. And I mean insane in the best way. Like insane, like amazing insane. So that's super exciting. We're going to get you tea leaf cards to close off your reading now. What's happening in June for Libra? What's happening in June for Libra? We have older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. I always take those with a grain of salt, because obviously that could be anything, right? What's happening? Oh, we have star, guaranteed success. So exciting. Oh, are you okay? Bruno is coughing up a hairball. Drink some water, guys. What's happening in June for Libra? Oh, we have two things coming out. So we have scissors, disappointment in some affair. Okay. And then you also have pineapple, reconciliation. Interesting. So that is what I'm seeing for you in June, Libra. And don't forget to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs, whichever one you're not watching right now, for additional messages. And I haven't been telling people to also check out your YouTube pick a card monthly predictions, which are already up. So don't forget to check that out. And I will see you guys soon. Bye. What's up, Scorpio? Welcome to your June predictions reading. We're just going to just jump right in. Starting with number 33, ears wide open. This is so cute. I love fennec foxes. And you have number 37, third chakra, Archangel Chamuel reverse. Okay. So this month is all about you guys really listening. Ears wide open is about listening and really just understanding other people's needs, and really letting go of your ego's needs. So really just stop multitasking so much and pay attention to what's happening. You know, I feel like while you are multitasking, you're just not really focusing on why does it sound weird when I'm saying that? Focusing, like the last pile that I said that word, it just didn't sound right. Am I saying it wrong, guys? Can you let me know if I'm just being crazy? Anyway, it's really just, you know, like when you are having a conversation with someone, but then you're also like cleaning something up while like cooking something, you know, and you're just not giving them your full attention. It's that kind of energy, and you really just need to focus and like pay attention to what is happening right in front of you versus trying to do 20 things at once. And I think that is why your sacral chakra, no, I'm sorry, not your sacral chakra, this is your solar plexus chakra, is blocked. This is all about your wisdom, your power, your strength, and your determination. And, you know, that's kind of blocked for you. I feel like you might feel like a little bit not tapped into that energy this month. And it could be because you're trying to do too many things at once, you know? And so, yeah, I feel like 33 is also a master number too. So it's really about your harmony, growth, creation, you know, creativity. It's also about groups, you know, like collaborating, things like that. So I think that's another thing. excuse me, keep burping. They say like when you burp a lot while you read, it's a sign of like energy flowing through you. So maybe that's a good sign. But what's happening for Scorpio in June, please? What's happening for Scorpio in June? Also, someone asked me what was burning in this, and I can't remember who. It's oil. This is really cool, right? I scored that. I thought it was the cutest thing ever. I've never had like a burning thing like that before, but I couldn't resist because I thought it looked super Harry Potter-esque, you know? The Five of Cups. What's happening for Scorpio in June? Nine of Wands. What's happening for Scorpio in June? Ten of Pentacles. What's happening for Scorpio in June? Empress. What's happening for Scorpio in June? Oh, the King of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Back of the deck is the Seven of Swords reversed. Okay, guys, so this month is really like you guys are trying to build up some trust with some people. I feel like because you have been not giving some people your full attention, and I'm just saying some people because it could literally be anyone, whether it be coworkers, family, friends, lovers, anybody. You haven't really been giving them your full attention, and so I feel like this month is really about giving them your full attention, right? This is really about you giving them that deep listening, that understanding, and tending to their needs, you know, like kind of like how Harry's mom here is like tending to the baby's needs, their baby Harry's needs, and just being there for them, you know, giving them that love and that family, that familial nurturing, you know, because I feel like by doing that, you're really going to allow yourself to feel more, I'm sorry, it's coming out funny. I think that the reason why you might not be doing that, or why you've been so hesitant to do that maybe, is because you are feeling blocked from your wisdom and your power and your strength and your determination, like all the things that are your connected to your solar plexus chakra. And so by you feeling like you can't give them anything to offer in that sense, in that, like, you know, that nurturing aspect, because when you think of like, you know, being there for someone in that way, you want to be able to offer them that sort of thing, that you want to be that strength pillar for them to lean on. You want to be able to offer them wisdom. You know, you want to be able to be that pillar of power for them to draw from, you know, and you feel like so powerless. You feel like weak, and you feel like you can't be strong enough for them to lean on in that way. And I think that you have to kind of let go of your ego in the sense that it's okay for you to feel that way and still be there for them. You know, it's not about that. It's not about you feeling almighty and powerful and like, I'm hearing like, and king dingling, you know? And so I don't mean to offend anyone. I'm so sorry if I do. What I mean to say here is that you don't need to feel all high and mighty and amazing. You know, I don't want you to feel like you have to feel like you're the shit 100% of the time, because that's not the way it works, you know? You just show up and you be there for them anyway, you know, because they're going to show up and be there for you anyway. And like, I'm not saying like you have to give yourself 1,000% of the time, all the time, even when you feel like shit. No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that it really takes a toll when you don't show up, or when you show up half-ass, you know? That's kind of the point I'm making here. You're dwelling too much this month. You're dwelling a lot on like the cups that spilled, you know, the things that went wrong, the things that you've done wrong. And I think that that's taking a toll on you, and you're really just so close to making things work, so close to having things, you know, do all the things and do all of the amazingness and all of that stuff. And I feel like you're so close to achieving all of the abundances. You're so close to bringing forward I'm so sorry. You're so close to bringing forward the fruition of your hard work, you know, this 10 of Pentacles. And it's just like you're a little bit frustrated with yourself because you feel so powerless. And I think, like, for you to tap back into that power, it's just about you letting go of that ego, that sense and that need to feel powerful, because you don't need to feel powerful all the time, you know. And I think that's part of the beauty in it, and like surrendering to the divine and knowing that the divine and the universe and the higher power and your guides and all of that, they have your back, you know. When you feel weak and when you feel like you don't have control, it's okay, you know. And I think that's when you have to listen the most. Sometimes it's a time for you to listen and be open and receive, rather than you be the strong and powerful one and always, you know, having a go, go, go. You know, it's kind of like that. And it's time for you to just receive and love. And that's all you need to do, you know? So I hope that makes sense in terms of like what's happening for you in this month. And, you know, you feel like on the defense as far as like sharing your energy with people, and it kind of feels like clutching on for dear life to hold on to some kind of control, but really it's time for you to just let go of that control, you know. And I feel like maybe you feel like you lost some sense of purpose because you feel so powerless and weak, but really your purpose here is to just be there for people, love on yourself, and just, like I said, surrender to what is and just be open to receiving love. Because sometimes I think that, you know, when you're trying so hard to gain control and trying so hard to clutch onto things rather than let go and be open and go with the flow, you know, we miss out on opportunities, you know. And that's why this ears wide open is here. It's like, just be still, like this fennec fox here. Be still and listen. And it's okay to be vulnerable, you know. And by being still and listening and being open and loving, you never know just what pops up to you, what is going to be presented to you. And I think that that's the beauty in all of this, is that something amazing is going to be presented to you, and it's going to lead you to this blooming, abundant 10 of Pentacles coming your way. And it's just trusting that it's going to happen the way that it's meant to. So let's see what else we can get here. What's happening for Scorpio? Though I don't think that's going to, I think it's easier said than done for sure. I can definitely see how a lot of us might be dwelling in our feelings, dwelling in all of the things and trying to gain control, because it's really difficult to just be in limbo, you know. What's happening for Scorpio in June? And there is a sense of like gaining like some sort of relationship back, or like trust back, because we are trying to be like sneaky and, I don't know, maintain a sense of control in certain situations by not revealing all the cards to someone in a certain situation. What is happening in June for Scorpio? Too many. You have fulfillment. You have fulfillment coming out. So this month, like I said, not knowing and just being open to receiving and just trusting, I think you will find yourself being very fulfilled this month. So you can have a little bit of peace of mind in that. It's happening. Whoa. That's really scary. I think I need to move back a little when I shuffle these cards. I don't want them to catch on fire. What's happening in June for Scorpio? We have Gateway. So yeah, this is just going to open up something amazing that is happening for you. And you just have to trust that it's going to happen. You know, I think that, okay, Scorpio, we got cut off. But Gateway is really just about you guys being open to all of this potential and this, or I don't want to say potential, but like opportunities are going to start opening up for you as you take the inspired action that you will be led to. Because while you are in this situation where you are open to receiving and just being in this stage of really loving and nurturing, and you know what I mean, like when I was saying to you, like not necessarily having to have control all the time, when you do feel like you know what direction you want to go, I'm not saying like don't do anything all month, you know what I mean, when you do take the action towards the goals that you want to take, that sort of a thing, go for it. And as you do, and that hard work will pay off and start opening more magical opportunities. And you know, you're going to start seeing things open up and really more abundant opportunities, more abundant relationships and things like that are going to just start coming your way. I hope that wasn't confusing, like when I said like just be open to receiving and like being in the, you know, pausing and not being in control. I hope that wasn't confusing as to like don't do anything all month. No. What I mean is like don't feel like you have to be in control and in the driver's seat. Don't feel like you have to like be the one who's always like doing everything and having all the power and all of that stuff. Sometimes you just need to relax and let other people have the microphone. You know what I mean? Let other people talk for a second while you just listen. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So what else is happening for Scorpio in June? We have courage. Yes. So have courage that everything is going to be working out just fine. Because like I said, I know it can be really scary when we don't know what's going to come next. When we don't know, like, you know, where our power went. You know, we feel like we lost it. We feel like very disconnected and things like that. So I know it can be really difficult. I know it can be scary to just trust that things are happening and like trust in love and trust that, you know, everything's going to work out the way that it's meant to. So let's get one more for you. We have flow. Yeah, just go with the flow. Go with the flow, Scorpio. That rhymed. Totally rhymed. But really, like I said, this is just your month to just be in flow. Go with the flow. You don't have to, like I said, you are not needing to be, look at this, stand still at the back of your deck. That doesn't mean do nothing all month. I hope that wasn't confusing when I was talking about it in your reading. What I mean is like just be open to be receiving. Be open to being the one who, you know, is listening as opposed to being the one talking on the microphone all the time, if that makes sense. But yes, you don't need to be in the driver's seat all the time. So let's get some tea leaf cards for you. We have Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Yep. That you are, Scorpios. You are. So what's happening for Scorpios in June? We have funnel, period of frustrations, lesson to be, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Yeah, so if you notice too, funnels move slowly because it trickles through a tiny hole right at the bottom. So I feel like this is also where your frustration lies, is knowing that things are not go, go, go this month. It's really about patience with yourself, patience with being in the flow, patience that things are working out the way that it's supposed to this month. And like I said, things are going to start trickling in the way that it's meant to this month for you. So what's happening for Scorpio in June? We have Pig. Beware of greed. Yes, don't get greedy this month, because I know it's really easy for us to just be like, I want it now. I just heard, what's her name? Spirit, what is her name? Veruca Salt, is that her name? Don't care how I want it now. That's what I'm hearing. So don't be like her, okay? Don't be like her. I don't know why I felt called to look at the back, but this says fan, romance, celebration, party. So you might be having some fun this month, Scorpios. But definitely, don't worry about like things going a little bit slowly this month, or things just feeling like a little lackluster for you this month, or like, you know, you just feel disconnected with your power. You know, if you're feeling really like, you know, misaligned, definitely it would help for you to dance it out, listen to some sound healing music, particularly for your solar plexus. But I think to align all your chakras would be very beneficial, and especially like I said, for your solar plexus would be very helpful for you this month for sure. But trust in what's happening, okay? Trust that it will unfold the way that it should be. Have courage and go with the flow this month, okay? That's what I'm seeing for you, Scorpios. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising, whichever one you're not watching right now. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye. What's up, Sagittarius? Welcome to your June monthly predictions. We're just jumping right on in. We have 49 willing release and 25 deceit. Okay. Don't be worried. I'll explain. Okay. Oh, sorry. Tap me in to Sagittarius, please. Okay. Sagittarius, this month is just about you really just understanding. Okay, let's talk about deceit, because that's really popping out to me right now first. It could be an energy of someone. We'll get more details from tarot, but I just want to explain the meaning behind the card. It could be someone who is working against you, someone is lying to you, manipulating, that kind of thing, deception, obviously, working on this, that sort of thing, so kind of watch your back. But like I said, we'll get details with tarot as far as like what this is. But an alternative meaning to this card is like, are you lying to yourself? Okay, so it could be like you lying to yourself about something. But with this other card here, willing release, this is really about you letting go to the divine plan that you have going for you, leaving room for serendipity to take place here. So that means like you doing your part, taking your action towards your goals, and then surrendering so that the universe can do its thing. Okay, so I feel like this could be together. You are doing your thing toward taking your action towards your goals, and then surrendering, and then it could be like someone interfering in that, someone working against you, and then at the same time it could be that you are trying to do your thing and take action and let go, but at the same time, are you lying to yourself about actually letting go and letting the universe do its thing? So well, like I said, we will take a deeper look with tarot to see exactly what's going on with your June. So let me just, before we draw conclusions here, let's just take a look. Okay, let's just take a look. What is happening here? What's happening for Sagittarius in June, please? We have King of Pentacles reversed. What's happening for Sagittarius in June? Oh my lordy. I keep dropping cards, guys. 1 second. Okay, that was way too many for me to take them, so try that again. What's happening for Sagittarius in June? What's happening for Sagittarius in June? Okay, we have the Devil in reverse. What's happening for Sagittarius in June? Too many. What's happening for Sagittarius in June? Okay, we will take this one. 5 of Wands. Reverse. What's happening for Sagittarius in June? Okay, we have 10 of Cups. Which way? Okay. Death upright. Okay. And Star reversed. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Sagittarius, I feel like this is very much about you lying to yourself. Honestly, it feels like you are having this, and I say that because you have the 5 of Wands reversed here and the Death card. So I don't think this deceit card in particular has to do with someone working against you. I think this is you working against yourself, if I'm being real. Basically what this month is really about you. It's just you letting go, like I said, to the divine plan, leaving room for, you know, the universe, the higher power, whatever it is that you believe in, to do its thing to help you, basically help your manifestations come to fruition, right? So that you can like let loose of the reins. Like you don't need to have control of every single aspect as far as like making these things happen. And I feel like there is this energy of you needing to have control in every aspect. And I just did a reading for the group before this, which was, I think it was Scorpio before this, was very similar, but yours is a little different because yours is more of like this workaholic energy in which you are having a very hard time letting go of this workaholic energy. You really are just, I think, a little bit attached to the outcome of your finances, and it's just about you letting go of that. And like, I think a part of you is saying you're not attached to it. You know, it's this inner conflict of not being attached to it, because I think you're going through this rebirth phase of like you no longer being attached to it and no longer having this need to do things in the way that you do, because it's like there are more important things, you know, in life. I kind of feels like that. That's just what I'm hearing. And like you are almost like looking for something else to believe in other than like what it is that you're doing. Like you're wishing on a star, you're wishing on a dandelion. I feel like these wishes, you're wishing for these things, but then ultimately it falls back on you because you're lying to yourself in terms of like letting go. You know, you can't really it's like I'm seeing someone hold an eyelash. You know, some people wish on, I don't know if you heard of that, but like people find an eyelash and you wish on it, but you have to blow on it and let it go. You're not letting go, and you can't let go of it. It won't come true. You know what I mean? It's kind of that energy. But I feel like it's just that energy of you having that willing release of letting go and letting that wish out into the universe so that the universe can do its work to make that wish come true. You know, like you are taking the actions towards making this happen, but I feel like you're doing too much with it. Like you're doing the action and you keep going because you want to make sure it happens, but at the same time you're doing a little too much because it's just, you find that you're not, I don't know, there's this conflict of you, because you're doing so much, it's almost like your wish is to have more freedom and more time, and like at that, like it's almost like I wish for financial freedom, and financial freedom for you is like to make money, more money, and have more time to spend with my loved ones. But you work 24/7. You know, you work like 80 hours a week. So, but you're making a lot of money, you know? So, in a sense, you're not letting go. You're not letting the universe do its work, and you're working so much more. And for what? When you could be letting go and making the same amount of money, if not more, but you have this fear of it not working out or things not going the way it's supposed to. And so ultimately you're kind of ruining your own happiness, you know, your own wishes coming true. You don't have faith in the situation or faith in the universe, faith in the divine plan that's at hand. And so that's kind of where the conflict here is that inner conflict. It's you lying to yourself about it. It's like, I do, but I don't, you know, it's kind of like that. So it's just you letting go, you know, trusting that there is faith, there is hope, there is such a thing, you know. Let go and let other people do this, because you can still make this happen, you know. There is such a thing, you know. You can, like, for example, enjoy the fruits of your labor, like set it and forget it. I'm hearing set it and forget it. And like you are moving up, and or I feel like you're moving up in a certain situation at work or in your business, something like that is really taking off, and you're able to let go of certain things and enjoy your happiness. This 10 of cups and this rebirth is the new life coming toward you, you know, this new life that you're able to embrace, but you're really just not embracing it. It's like you can't really see it, you know. You're over coddling it, you're just holding on to it, you're clutching onto it too much. And so it's just, look at this, you're holding on to too much of this energy. It's just too much. You need to just let it go, let it go, let it go, you know. Celebrate more with your loved ones. That's what you need to do. You need to do that. And so once you do that, you'll be golden. And this month is just about you kind of going through the motions of that, because I do see that happening for you, and it might happen towards the end of the month, or, you know, maybe the second half of the month, I feel like, where you finally start to let go of this. You start to let go of the control. You start to have this willing release and stop lying to yourself, and understand that you can have your 10 of cups and this new life that you really have been manifesting in, you know. So I feel like that's your energy. Ultimately, this is amazing energy. Like, can I be a Sagittarius? Because this is awesome. Oh my Lord. I feel like today is just drop all the cards day. Every single reading, I drop all the cards. Okay, so we're going to take this card. We have miracles coming out here. I'm just hearing miracles happen once in a while. Is that Lizzie McGuire? Oh, no. It's not Lizzie McGuire. It's Princess Diaries. Whoops. My bad. Okay. But yes, miracles are going to start showing its way to you. So I think rainbows are going to be also very significant for you. Excuse me. So if you see rainbows, I think those are signs from your guides as well. But really trust that things are coming. Like, miracles are going to start falling into place for you too. So there's that. We also have forgiveness. Forgive yourself. I feel like that's part of it, is like you forgive yourself for lying to yourself. I think you're being too hard on yourself as far as like this month. I think you're going to really take it hard as far as like, why was I doing this for so long? I think you're going to beat yourself up a little too much, and don't do that to yourself. Okay? Really, don't do it. Don't do it. Forgive and let go, because it's fine. You're doing just fine. What's happening for Sagittarius in June? Why? Keep dropping old cards. What's happening for Sagittarius in June? We have release, release, exactly. It's time for you to release that. Release it, let it go, surrender to the divine plan that's happening. You did your part, you're doing your part. It's time to let go. Let the universe do the rest, you know? So, take your inspired action. You're doing amazing at that. So, what's happening in June? And so that's what's going to happen. You will be releasing. You'll be releasing control and letting nature take its course, basically. Whoa. What are we taking here? Are we taking all of these? We have so many. Okay, we have thriving. You will be thriving. This is so beautiful. I've never seen this card. I haven't seen a lot of these cards. This is a new deck. But this is beautiful. You will be thriving this month. Not just surviving, but thriving. Okay? Thriving. Beautiful, beautiful card. You also have going forward. This is about you moving forward on your journey. And not just moving forward, but moving into a direction of opportunities. New opportunities. Amazing opportunities. And just new amazing things coming out. In the back of your deck is purity. And purity is a card all about you just understanding that no matter what has happened in the past, that this is all a new thing, you know, like don't worry about, like I said, don't worry about what you did before. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be hard on yourself for, you know, not realizing it sooner, things like that, or what you've done wrong or could have done better. Like don't do that to yourself. Things are happening the way it should. It's a fresh slate, clean. We see how clean, like, don't worry about it. You will be thriving and there will be new opportunities coming your way. You have Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. See, it won't be a heavy time. Even though Jug sounds so heavy, that's an interesting card to describe that. We have Cup. You should accept valid criticism. Valid. That means it needs to be valid, meaning like for real. Okay, someone that you actually admire and respect, not people who are jealous of you. So I feel like that might be something to really think about. And don't criticize yourself because you're overly critical. So that's something that's really coming through. I think that's the main thing, is like you are criticizing yourself too much and being too hard on yourself. So Jug and Cup, that's really cool. Fill your own cup. Self-care. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Yeah, you definitely are. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Sagittarius, for June. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, and rising, whichever one you're not watching right now. And have an amazing month, because you are, seriously, this is an amazing month for you, Sagittarius. I'm excited for you. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye. What's up, Capricorn? Welcome to your June Zodiac predictions. We're just going to jump right in. We have number 40, Uncharted Sea, and number 48, Angel of Balance reversed. Okay. So, it definitely feels like this month is about you guys. Well, basically, it's about you guys stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things differently. I do see that it is 5:55 right now. Obviously, I'm super late to do these, but I feel like this month is about a month of change for you guys. I think that this is about obviously going into the unknown for a lot of you as well, and doing things, like I said, doing things differently and having faith, and just stay curious as far as like where you're going. You know, don't limit yourself. And with this angel's balance in reverse, this is just kind of you like understanding that something isn't right. We're just kind of going through the motions here as far as like self-acceptance is not happening here, and or you know, like we put ourselves last. We lost your energy. We need to relax a little more. Definitely need to drink more water. And we could be a little too obsessed with something like love or money. But we're going to take a look at tarot to get more information as far as like what's happening. But we're definitely out of balance here when it comes to like going into uncharted territory. So we're going to take a look and see what's happening. Wow. Obviously, fair warning, obviously. I just want to give you a fair warning that I have been dropping all the cards in every single pile, so just a warning. I'm not really sure why or what's going on today, but it just is. I don't know what's happening for Capricorn. Did I say Sagittarius? I hope I didn't call you Sagittarius. I meant Capricorn. Holy moly, I hope I called you Capricorn. Capricorn, hello Capricorn. What's happening for Capricorns in June? What's happening for Capricorns in June? We have, wow, oh my god, I'm having a hard time. We have the Four of Wands. Okay, I like that. What's happening for Capricorns in June? Oh my gosh. Chariot. I love it. What's happening for Capricorn in June? We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. What's happening for Capricorn in June? What's happening for Capricorn in June? We have the Five of Cups reversed. What's happening for Capricorn? We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay. In your back of the deck is the Two of Swords. All right, guys. So this month is really just about you guys. Honestly, I think that it's about you guys trusting in the unknown, trusting that you're making a decision without knowing, even though you kind of feel like you don't want to necessarily make a decision. But ultimately, I feel like this is one that will bring you a period of happiness and success. I do feel like, you know, I do feel like this is a month about like moving on finally from something that maybe we've been dwelling on in our past, and understanding that, you know, it's okay that we don't see what lies ahead. You know, with this Ace of Pentacles here, I think it's just about like not knowing, not being able to plan, and not being able to see what the opportunity is that presents itself to us. Honestly, we're not going to be able to see what this particular seed is, you know. This Ace of Pentacles in particular is a Patronus charm, you know, like Harry didn't even know he could produce this Patronus charm to begin with. So I think that that is the unknown factor here, like not knowing that you could do something, and not planning for being able to do something. And I think that that's part of what lies ahead here, is this, with this uncharted sea, you are just really stepping out of your comfort zone and doing things that you hadn't planned for and hadn't been able to see yourself doing, you know. And I think that this will bring you happiness. This will bring you celebration. This will bring you success. Like I said, moving forward in the direction that you really need to be going, the direction that you really want to be going at that. And sure, you might experience a little bit of frustration because you don't know where you're going and you feel really, like I said, out of balance. Like you feel a little bit lost and like you don't know where you're going, and that can be, like I said, really frustrating, of course. So you know, and I think at some point you might have to be making a decision, like, do I go this way or that way? And it's really just about trusting your intuition, trusting what feels right to you, trusting your gut and your heart. So I think that that's like a big energy here as far as like, where do I go from here? And I know you feel, like I said, you feel really out of whack, you feel out of balance, you feel like you don't know which way is up and down, and you don't know what to trust. So I understand that can be really frustrating, but know that this, whatever, you know, as long as you trust your intuition, trust your gut, and really go with that, you know, don't do this out of frustration, but really try to tap into that energy of yourself and your heart, you will go in the right direction. If, I mean, that's what the energy is showing up out here, is you going into the unknown, and know that what is meant for you, you will never chase that away, you know? So let's see what else we can get here. Follow your true north. That's what I just heard. So what is happening for Capricorn in June? What's happening for Capricorn in June? We have patience. Yeah, so be patient with yourself. You know, don't get too frustrated too quickly. I feel like, you know, understanding that good things happen to those who wait, and it's also important for you. Like, I think you're more patient with other people, but you also need to understand, like, you need to be patient with yourself too. What's happening for Capricorn in June? What's happening for Capricorn in June? Leadership, yeah. Taking this control back in your life. I know you feel like out of whack, but this is about you navigating your own ship, you know, not asking someone else to tell you where to go, what direction you need to go. This is about you choosing what direction you need to go in. What's happening for Capricorn in June? Oh my lordy. I keep dropping all the cards. Okay. I'm sure if you're watching, all your signs are going to see just how many times I say that. What's happening for Capricorn in June? Whoa. Okay, we have two, which is perfect. We have enlightenment coming out here. So I think this is really awesome because it looks kind of like the sail in the sailboat right there. But it's really about you are finally going to be enlightened as to where you're going and why you're going, why you had to do this, like on your own, why you had to make this decision and trust your gut. Like, this is all going to just bring you to that path of enlightenment and show you the way of where you need to go and where you're going and things like that. You also have success flipping over in another area of my deck, so I'm taking that for you as well. Success is really coming toward you. I feel it. It's happening. And the back of your deck here is security. So I think that you need this to, I was going to say to verify, you need this to just let you know and give you that confirmation that you're safe. You know, your guides have you, the universe has you, and you're protected. You're divinely guided. Don't worry. What's happening in June for Capricorn? What's happening for June? What's happening for Capricorn in June? We have Tree, affairs with your family. Might be celebrating with your family as well. What's happening in June? Family reunion. I just heard that, so that might be significant for someone. And work, achievement, success. Yes, amazing. I love that. What's happening in June? Oh, we have dog close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Awesome. More celebration, confirmation right there. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Capricorn, in the month of June. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising. Also, don't forget to drink water, okay? Take it easy on yourself, because I know how frustrating this can feel, and not knowing what you're doing and feeling like you're lost and all that stuff. Trust that you have this. Trust it, okay? Trust it. You got this. That's what I'm seeing for you. So I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. What's up, Aquarius? Welcome to your June monthly prediction Zodiac reading. I said that weird, but welcome to your predictions for June. We're just going to jump right in. We have number 21, exposed and revealed. Okay. And 12, temple path reversed. This is really interesting because it's kind of reverse numbers here, so I think that's significant for you. Both are threes. This is about growth, achievement of your goals, expansion, also about harmony, collaborations, and it's a number of abundance for me as well. So I think that's a big thing for me, for you guys this month. I say me because I'm an Aquarius, so hey, Aquarius gang gang. Okay. Anyway, this month, guys, okay, where do I want to start? So exposed and revealed is really about imposter syndrome. I mean, I can relate. This is really healing your shame, letting go of any self-condemnation that we've been feeling, focusing on your self-worth. Understand that the universe only creates amazing things, okay? It only creates magic, okay? No, it does not create junk, okay? As much as we all want to believe Amber Heard is junk, she's actually magic. I know. Crazy, right? Sorry, I had to go there. Comment down below if you were watching the trial. But anyways, back to your reading. If someone is shaming you, okay, you might be triggered. They might be triggered, excuse me, from something that they have gone through. You know, understand that they're probably really miserable in their own lives, and they're drinking poison and spreading it to you, you know. So you just have to show them some compassion, and, you know, also give yourself that same compassion, and understand that you need to set some boundaries and surrender to a higher power, because this is about you recognizing that things that trigger us in other people are often reflections of things within ourselves that we need to work on. So keep that in mind. That's what exposed and revealed is really all about. You know, seeing things in other people that set us off, or just exposing things within ourselves that we need to work on, and things that we need to heal in ourselves as well. And again, when people lash out at us and, you know, do things like that, they are often projecting onto us things that they don't want to deal with, or things that are bothering them within themselves, you know, things in their own lives. So take that into consideration when, you know, dealing with others. And obviously, I'm not trying to tell you to be like a walking doormat by any means, but just this is just calling for you to have some compassion towards others and yourself as well. 12 temple path is really about you, in the reverse, is really about you to stop focusing on other, on like material possessions, on material gain. You know, I think we're too focused on that, and we lost sight of like the real reason of what we were doing in the first place, as far as like walking this particular temple path. You know, there's something that we were doing for a deeper meaning and a deeper purpose. And like, for instance, you know, we could have been going after a particular goal or dream for us, for ourselves, because it brought meaning to our lives, because we were doing it for the greater good, because we were helping other people, because we were making a difference, okay? But then we got too caught up in the money aspect. We got too caught up in how much more money can I make, the logistics of it, you know, like, am I making a profit? Am I, you know, or how are my margins? You know, we weren't paying attention to the root of it all, like why we initially started it, you know. So it's time to really reflect on where is our motive, you know, go back to that, because we're getting off track here. So there is that interesting way. Another way to look at this card is also like, we could have been, like I said, doing this for a deeper, more spiritual meaning, but we needed to prove a point to someone, prove somebody wrong, prove that we could do something, and that was not the original reason why we set out to do something, right? So we need to go back and alter why we're doing what we're doing. Clear your mind, meditate, and really open up to spirit, and allow spirit to come in and heal us. But we're going to get more tarot now to clarify what's going on here. As far as like what this is, honestly, what I feel like this is like, we're reaching some success this month, and I think like we're feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome. We're feeling like a little bit of shame and guilt, and like maybe we need to get back on track as to why we started doing this in the first place, and kind of hone in as to like, you know, are we doing it for the right reasons, and make sure like, yes, we are doing it for the right reasons, and just ensure that we are still doing it for those reasons, and go forward with the intention of those reasons, you know. And then should the other things follow it along with that, perfect, fine, that's bonus, you know, that's a win-win. That's a win-win-win, you know. There's a card in one of my other oracle decks that actually say that it's actually called it's a win-win-win, and it talks about how it's great for humanity, serving our soul purpose, as well as bringing in abundances for our life as well. So that's kind of what the spirit is telling me. So what's happening for Aquarius in June? We have, oh boy, we have the Ace of Wands, Five of Cups, what's happening for Aquarius in June? What's happening for Aquarius in June? We have the Ten of Wands. What's happening for Aquarius in June? What's happening for Aquarius in June? We have the King of Cups reversed. One more, please. What's happening for Aquarius in June? We have the Empress. In the back of our deck is the Page of Cups. Okay, Aquarius, we are feeling like burdened this month. We maybe took on quite a bit of responsibilities here, and it's time that we let go of some of those responsibilities. And I think we're grieving a little bit too, having a little bit of heartbreak, and not necessarily like in terms of like emotional, like relationship type of heartbreak, but more of like dwelling in some of the sadness that might be attached to this healing and this shame that we are dealing with, in terms of this imposter syndrome, that healing that we had to do, letting go of that, you know, letting go of that shame and trying to deal with that self-worth that we are dealing with here with this exposed and revealed card, because we are, I feel like, going through it this month. I think that there are some things coming toward us, and in terms of like opportunities coming our way, and we just feel like we aren't worthy. I don't know what it is. Like, maybe, because we recognized that we were going about things the way that we were not supposed to, or the way that we didn't intend to or set out to in the beginning. It wasn't true to what we intended, that we feel this guilt and this shame, and we feel like unworthy. We don't want it now, or not that we don't want it, but it's just there's so much guilt and shame and like unworthiness attached to it. And I think, like, we're kind of grieving in that, we're dwelling in that right now, and there's a lot of this burden attached to it. But I just feel like there's so much passion still sparked and attached to a lot of these things that are coming our way. We still have a lot of creativity flowing in terms of like what we're doing this month, and a lot of this self-compassion. And honestly, I think that at the end of the day, towards the ending of the month, we're going to get back into line. We're going to like snap out of this feeling of, kind of almost like feeling sorry for ourselves, if I'm being real. We're going to snap out of that feeling of like guilt and shame, and really snap back into it and take advantage of this creative flow, and recognize that we're human. We make mistakes, and the fact that we recognize that, we were going about things in the way that we were not trying to, like attaching things too much to material gain, too much to worldly things, and not to what we set out to do with the intention of helping the greater good, helping humanity, things like that, or whatever our intentions were on the spiritual path in terms of like our goals or our dreams, whatever. The fact that we recognize that, our intentions weren't there, and we made this shift, and we recognized it, and we healed it, and we altered it, and we didn't keep continuing to go on that greediness path, that says a whole lot about your character in itself. So I think you recognize that and made that recognition. You're like, okay, you did a great job there, and you had that self-compassion for yourself, recognizing that, hey, we're all human. We all get caught up in the things. We all get, like caught up in like the fame, not necessarily fame, but like the recognition, the money and the abundance, the material things, and it's okay to get caught up in it. But we snap back and we focus, we realign, it's that like GPS. Okay, what is it when the GPS tells you, okay, oh my god, I lost the word, but you get back on track, and that's exactly what you're doing. So you got back on track here, and so you are nurturing your growth, nurturing your path, you're nurturing your relationship with the divine and your spirit, your spiritual pathway, your spiritual guides, the higher power that you work with and you believe in, and things like that. And you are definitely nurturing yourself, nurturing your relationship with other people as well. And I feel like that compassion that you give to others, you're giving back to yourself as well. And so it's definitely this energy of you being gentle with yourself, being nurturing and compassionate with yourself, and understanding that you're still learning and growing as other people are as well. So that is what I'm seeing so far in the month of June, for you guys, Aquarius. It's just understanding that we are all on this journey, and we all, sometimes we just need to get recalibrated, and that's what's happening, So, what else is happening in June for Aquarius? What's happening in June for Aquarius? We have thriving. Yeah, don't worry, you will be thriving, not just getting by, you know. And happiness, yes, happiness is happening this month. Don't worry. I feel like you beat yourself up and you're just going to be all in your feels at first and overburdening and just worried about like, oh, I did something wrong, but you really didn't. The fact that you took responsibility and trying to make it right and get back on track is like a huge deal, you know? What's happening in June for Aquarius? Oh, we have inner peace, yes. And you're going to reach that once you recognize like once you recognize like you made a mistake and it's okay, you recalibrated and you're back in line. You're going to reach that inner peace like, okay, I'm good. You know, like this happens to everyone. It's normal, totally fine. I recognize it. I made that adjustment and I'm good now. You know, like I'm going to keep making adjustments. It might happen again and it's okay if it does, but I'm going to recognize it again and I'm going to readjust. Totally fine. And then you have purification here. And like I said, that's part of the adjustment thing. That's part of you adjusting and making those alterations to your intentions as far as like going forward on this journey. And also with this purification card, it's a call for you to recognize that your abundances are coming through. This happiness is coming through. With the sunflower and the rain, it's bringing forward the growth and the abundance that's coming towards you because you've been working so hard and taking all the inspired action and all of those things. The back of your deck is also enlightenment, which is also a nod to you being on your spiritual path and going forward on this spiritual path as well. So I feel like your spirit guides are just here letting you know like all of these things are happening in the way that it's meant to, and you're just going to be enlightened in a way where you're doing a really great job. So now we're going to get some tea leaf cards for you. What's happening in June for Aquarius? Oh boy. Why do I have to drop them? We have teardrops, great personal sorrow. I think that's you feeling that guilt and that shame, you know, healing that part of you. What's happening in June for Aquarius? We have firecracker excitement. That's really exciting. We also have what's happening in June for Aquarius. Oh, we have moon, changes in your life. And you also have camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. So that's amazing energy for you guys. Aquarius, I'm really excited for us this month. It's really exciting. So that's what I'm seeing for us. And I hope you guys have an amazing month. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising, whichever sign you're not watching right now. And I will see you guys soon. Bye. What's up, Pisces? Welcome to your monthly zodiac prediction readings for June. We're just going to jump right on in. I have number 9, the Rose's Kiss. Okay, I like that. And number 38, 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, which is your heart chakra, which I also love for you guys. Okay, this month is really all about, it feels, I'm not going to lie, it feels very sensual, very much, you know, love and the very touchy-feely vibes, but obviously that's not going to apply to all of us here. But I do feel very much a lot of pleasure vibes, deep desires coming to play here, sensuality, very much you getting in touch with what you, like I said, desire and your joy, what pleasures you, engaging in your engaging in all of your senses, you know, and really just opening up your heart to receive love from others and yourself as well. So this is really just very much a pleasurable, sensual month, you know. I feel like it's a lot of love coming in and out of your life. I want to say in and out, it's like, you know, you giving this love to other people and yourself, and just enjoying all the feels, enjoying all the things, you know. So it feels really enticing, very very good this month. Well, let's get more details here. It's pretty vague, but all overall, this is a very good feeling. I like the vibe here. So what's happening for Pisces in June? What's happening for Pisces? Oh, we have 8 of Cups. Nice. What's happening for Pisces in June? Also, hold on. I was like, why is it shaking so much? What's happening in Pisces? What's happening for Pisces in June? What's happening for Pisces in June? What's happening for, oh, we have Temperance. Oh, okay. Very good. Okay. What's happening for Pisces in June? We have the Hermit reversed. What's happening for Pisces in June? We have the High Priestess reversed. Oh, I'll have to flip over those. What's happening for Pisces in June, please? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. 3 of Swords reversed, and your back of the deck here is the King of Cups. Okay. So, my Pisces friends, it feels like whatever this is this month, some of you may have just come out of like a heartbreak situation. You might have been healing from something that has really hurt you recently. And it does feel like now is a time where you are done being, you know, in your feels with it. Not necessarily done completely. Obviously, there's going to be times where you're, you know, it might hit you every once in a while. It happens, right? When we've been hurt in the past and been through like a heartbreaking situation, you know, obviously sometimes we get triggered by stuff, but for the most part, it feels like we've done the healing. We've been, you know, kind of isolating ourselves from the world and just being on our own, very independent for quite some time, but we're ready to get back into the action, ready to open up our hearts and get back into the, you know, get back into the swing of things, you know, and really just be with others. If I'm being honest with you, it feels like we're ready to experience the touch of someone new, experience, you know, someone other than the touch of ourselves, maybe. That's kind of what I'm hearing. Obviously, only take what resonates and leave the rest as always. But I think I have there's someone's cheeky spirit guide coming through. It might be my guide, but there is this, it's like it's time to walk away from those emotions of pain and sorrow, emotions of like, you know, being alone, and ready to like step back into the world. And it's like new world, new me. It's ready to just share your energy with other people and blend with others and blend with those who really get your vibe. It's time to like step out into the unknown and really just take on this new stride and open your heart to other people, like I said, and really just enjoy what's out there. Enjoy what's coming to you. Fill your, you know, fulfill what you truly, your heart's desires, and just taste the kiss of someone new. Like, that's an interesting thing that just pops into my head, but I feel like that's a pretty straightforward message coming through for you guys. Pisces, and it's just about like this new beginning coming through, this new start as far as like your love journey goes. It doesn't necessarily have to be like this whole deep romantic situation coming in, but it's just about you being ready to explore your options, ready to be open to new love, ready to be open to, you know, feeling good in your heart and receiving love from others. And now I know not all of us are going to be feeling like this, like in this situation where, you know, we're, how do I say this? Not all of us are in the situation where we're single and ready to mingle, right? Where some of us are in really good committed relationships. But this is just a time where, you know, maybe things were rocky and now it's time for us to get back into making things, spicing things up, feeling like, you know, things are getting back in spice. That sounds funny. Things are getting spicy again, you know, things are getting sensual, and your hearts are just opening up to one another, and it feels like almost like this new butterfly feeling. It's like back to like when you guys were dating, that sort of an energy. Feels like there's this release of tension, this release of like hard feelings or things like that, you know. It's no more like walking on eggshells, and I feels like maybe there might have been some like maybe like there was some manipulative situations or some immature feelings going around, and now it's time to move into like calmer waters, you know, in this era of your relationship. So that's what it feels like. But let's get more information as far as like what's going on for you guys. What's going on? Oh, we have miracles. Yes. So maybe some of you felt like this wasn't going to happen, or like maybe this could not be revived if you were in this relationship. But obviously things without, you know, without rainstorms, there are no rainbows. So just keep that in mind, you know. Without the rain, there are no rainbows. So what's happening for Pisces in June? What's happening for Pisces in June? What's happening for Pisces in June? Well, we have happiness. Yes. Telling you all about you guys getting your happy bag, fulfilling that joy and pleasure this month. It really is all about that this month for you guys. It feels like a really happy month for you. Whoa. We also have purity. So this is just, like I said, about you guys walking away from those feelings and that period of time where maybe you're sitting in that darker energy. I want to say like that period of healing where you were just not ready to open up your heart yet. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. So I definitely, you're in the flow. And we're also going to note relaxation. So I'm going to put that here. But your back of the deck. So it obviously, with all this happiness coming through and your heart being open, it's a relaxing time and you're in the flow. You're kind of being open to all of this new beginnings happening, this open emotions, this flow of love coming in and out of your life. Like you're open to it, you're going with it. And in the back here you have courage. So you're opening yourself up with courage, because obviously as we open ourselves, our heart up to other people, to new opportunities for love, it does take a lot of courage, especially if we've been hurt in the past. You know, it's never an easy thing to do. So that is definitely something you're doing this month. But we're going to get some tea leaf cards to close you off. What's happening for Pisces? Oh, we have hats. You will be playing a different role. Okay, that's interesting. Something happening this month where you'll be playing a different role, stepping out of what your normal is and doing something different. So that could be with work or anything, honestly. What's happening for Pisces in June? we have horse, short journey. So this could be like a staycation. Maybe you have to go somewhere for work, things like that. But that's what we have popping out here. And then I have one more stack to shuffle out for you. What's happening for Pisces in June? What's happening? Oh, we have tree, affairs with your family. Oh, that's cool. So I just heard family reunion, so I wouldn't be surprised if some of you were celebrating something like that. Taking a short journey to do something with your family, things like that as well. Perhaps you're organizing something for your family. I was also called to look here for some reason randomly. I haven't been doing that for every group, but you have heart, love, deep affection, and caring, which is very true for your situation that we have going on here. But that's what I'm seeing for you, Pisces, for your month of June. I feel like your group was pretty quick and to the point as far as like getting the messages out there. So definitely check out your sun, moon, rising, whichever one you're not watching right now, for additional messages for what's going on for your month of June. And if you haven't already watched our YouTube pick a group June predictions, go ahead and check that out as well. But that's what I'm seeing for you, and thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye. What's up, Aries? Welcome to your June predictions video. I'm sorry, my voice just cracked, but we're just going to jump right on in. We have number 45, Beyond the Ordinary. I love that. It's so pretty. And we have number 46, reversed, The Thinking Man. Okay, I like that. I also really like how progressive. This is a progression of numbers, and they're also both looking that way, which is kind of to the past. So it's really interesting. I feel like we're learning things from our past to share and impart wisdom on those who are the future. So those who maybe you guys are teaching others, passing down wisdom to other people, things like that. I would not be surprised if any of you are trying to be like teachers of some sort, mentors. Maybe you guys are writers, in the psychic work, light workers, that sort of a thing. Healers. What is it called? Speakers, like inspirational speakers or something like that. But it does feel like something is a little bit blocked here with this card being reversed. Like there is this energy like where learning and growing is really a part of your journey. Maybe there's someone in your life who might not be acting in your best interests, and something is blocked, right? But it's just really, I feel like it's just about you breaking through this blockage, and what you're learning is going to add a lot of wisdom and compassion for you to share, with other people in whatever line of work that you're doing. With this Beyond the Ordinary card, it's you trusting in obviously the unknown, trusting that everything is as it should be and everything's going to work out, even though it might not make sense. So that's why you can tell how this person's eyes are closed and they're just really embracing all that is around them, even though their arms are crossed. It's kind of like, okay, I'll deal with the shit, and it is what it is. And it's like a 9 out of 10. So I do feel like we're coming to a close on something and starting this, embracing this like opening of a new door. So even though we may not see what that door is, it's like, well, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to trust that whatever it is, it's for the best. It's what's meant to happen, So I think that's what it is, Aries. So we'll see though what other details we can get this month as far as like what's happening for Aries in June. Oh, messy. Whoa. What's happening for, that was quick. We have the Devil, okay. What's happening for Aries in June? What's happening for Aries in June? Did something flip? Nope. What's happening for Aries in June? That's too many cards. What's happening in Aries? In Aries. Oh, we did flip something. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay, what's happening in June for Aries? What's happening in June for Aries, please? What's happening in June for Aries? With the Queen of Swords. What's happening with the Page of Pentacles? What's happening in June? Oh my goodness. This is the, hold on, I'm going to drop all the cards if I don't do this nicely. The Ten of Swords. Okay. The back of the deck is the Two of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Okay, Aries, I feel like this month is just, like I said, somebody, maybe what I picked up on as far as like someone working against you, or you know, not acting in your best interest, is really yourself not acting in your best interest. It's really you blocking yourself from this growth. And I feel like someone in your life that you might be someone in your life that you look up to, or maybe mentors you, that sort of energy, who, this would be somebody who is maybe very blunt with you, very honest with you, may just give it to you straight this month and is trying to tell you, hey, you need to get your shit together because you're starting to drop the ball on things. You know, I'm noticing you're slacking. I'm noticing, you know, things are not the way that is normal for you. It's not your normal, it's not, you know, you're not on your game right now. And you know, where, as far as like where you want to go and where your growth is, it's like they're bringing you this truth that you needed to hear, and it's almost like it pains you to hear it, because obviously, you know, sometimes the truth hurts to hear, but it's a necessary truth for you to hear, because this is something that's going to help you with your growth and where you need to go as far as like pursuing your dreams and your goals, things like that, because this is going to get you back on track, right? As far as you heeding the advice from this person, because as far as like what you're doing and things like that, it feels like you have been wanting to, like, let's say, you know, Harry really wanted to learn that, oh my god, I don't know why I'm blinking out on the spell, but where Snape is trying to teach him to strengthen his mind so that Voldemort can't penetrate, I don't like that word, sorry, can't, you know, get into his mind and like see everything, that he can, you know, access his mind basically and plant false memories or things like that in there. But you know, obviously Harry kept failing at it, and like Snape was just giving it to him straight, you know? He was just not trying to baby him through those lessons. And so that's kind of the energy here, in which you really want to strengthen your mind so that you are not you're not keeping yourself open up for that kind of weakness, you know? But it kind of feels like this energetic pull here within yourself, this battle within yourself, because you know you can do better, and at the same time you're kind of upset with yourself because it feels like you know, it feels like a little bit of this energy of like, well, I'm still a little bit, honestly, trying to overcome letting go of certain like negative thought patterns, negative not negative, but like maybe bad habits, or you know, breaking certain attachments that we've had, like maybe like scrolling mindlessly on social media, or you know, playing games on your phone during work, things like that, versus like actually buckling down and doing what you need to do. um Not to say that you're not allowed to take breaks, of course, but it's just as far as like getting a little more structure in your life, a little more structure in your work, as far as getting this done. You know, having more time based, where you are allowed, maybe set a timer where you have a 15-minute break where you can do those things, you know, where you can take a little mental break and do whatever, scrolling or playing games and whatever. And then once that timer goes off, it's back to work, you know, back to business, back to whatever it is that you need to get working on to grow and expand and get focused back on track. You know, because it does feel like with this Page of Pentacles in reverse that there is something here that you really want to do, that you are trying to hone and perfect and learn and really get better at, and really grow and expand and things like that. So this person in your life is really giving it to you straight and really telling you like, hey, get your shit together. You're like, I'm seeing this and this and this, like, come on, come on, come on. And it feels like they're just being like, you know, they have your best interests at heart, but ultimately you're the one blocking yourself from this growth. You're the one hindering yourself from really overcoming these things. And it's up to you if you are going to listen and heed the advice. You know, I feel like that's kind of what's the energy coming through for you this month. And I do feel like you're going to overcome this, just because we have the 9, 10. This is the 10. So that marks like the end of a cycle here and the start of a new one. But yes, that's just what I'm feeling. We'll see what else we get from these cards. And ultimately, Aries, you guys are very go-getter energy. You know, you're gonna do the damn thing if you put your mind to it. So, what's happening for Aries in June? Well, what's happening for Aries in June? What's happening for Aries in June? We have miracles. Yeah, so this card came out in the other group as well. But this is just about understanding, like, sometimes we have storms to clear the way for us, and miracles come to show us the way again, you know, show us the light, show us where our pot of gold is. You know, without little storms and rain to come in our life, we can't see these beautiful rainbows. We can't see, you know, these miracles in our life. And just keep that in mind when it feels like things are coming down hard on us. When this person is coming down hard on you, it's not because they don't love you or because they don't see the best in you. You know, it's because they see the potential in you. If they didn't give a shit about you, if they didn't care about you, they wouldn't take the time to say, hey, you know, what's going on. You know, they would not even care less. They would just be like, whatever, let you go and let you get fired, or let you just suck at whatever this is and let the next person take advantage. You know, we have enlightenment here. So I do think that this month you're going to start to really see the light again. You're going to start seeing that flicker of, you know, inspiration again inside of you. That passion is going to be like reignited, and you're going to be just fine. I think don't even worry about like being off track. I think you're going to be enlightened. This person's going to help get you back where you need to be. You have solitude. That's interesting. I feel like maybe taking some time to do some stuff by yourself, do some alone time, some self-care activities by yourself is really going to help you get in touch with this enlightenment, this path back to yourself, things like that. What's happening in June for Aries? What's happening in June for Aries? Just going to get one more and then finish you off with tea leaf cards. So what's happening in June for Aries? We have leaderships. Yes, so ultimately, like I was talking about earlier, that this feels like it has a lot to do with you imparting wisdom and you're sharing your experiences and what you've learned with others in whatever you are doing. And it did feel like you were teaching others in some way, or just, like I said, sharing your words, or like just speaking something like that with others, in whether it be like as a speaker, as a teacher, as some sort of thought leader. You could be a psychic, a light worker, a healer, therapist even, or a writer, creator, an artist even. But on the back of the deck is gateway. So this is just going to open up so many things and opportunities and other spiritual doors for you, I feel like, as well, as far as like your pathway to ascension goes. I know that sounds pretty deep, and not all of us are, I mean, all of us are on different levels and different pathways as far as our journey, our spiritual journey goes, and that's totally fine. But what I mean to say here is that it's going to open up more things for you, and wherever you are in your journey is where you're meant to be. And as you go about this, it's going to open up the next era for you, the next level for you, you know? So we're going to get some tea leaf cards for you now. I have 3 stacks. So, what's happening for Aries in June? What's happening for Aries in June? Ooh, I will take this. February, so someone in February might be significant, or it could be that, well, I'm gonna get one more for you from this set because that's interesting. It could be that somebody, not somebody, it could be that something you're working on is also, or something that you were working on in February is happening to come, like, bloom now as well. We also have chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. This could be good or bad, by the way. Someone that is not meant to be in your life. What's happening for Aries? Oh, we have tulip, great passion, and yep, it's speaking to that passion that I said that I feel like it's going to be reignited inside of you this month. And what's happening? Oh my gosh, what's happening for Aries in June? We have bear, danger, especially in money matters. So just be careful and mindful of your finances this month with that bear situation. But that is what I'm seeing for you, Aries. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising, whichever one you're not watching right now, and to get other additional information for your month. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye. What's up, Taurus? Welcome to your June predictions reading for Patreon. We're just jumping right in. Number 2, Roots of Abundance. I love it. And number 11, Cornucopia. I love it even more. As a Taurus rising, I'm excited for us. Okay. So obviously this is a lot of abundance coming into our lives this June. Super exciting for us. Basically, what this is just feeling really secure in our life and trusting and believing that our abundance is coming, your life is safe and secure, and just trust that your intentions are coming to fruition. Know that like your hopes and your dreams are also coming to you know, coming to pass, you know, so really reach for the stars, you know. Don't put a cap on yourself. Really understand, like, trust and believe in your power to manifest and your power to make things happen this month. With cornucopia, we have like I said, great blessings are coming and waiting for you, and you did all the work so far, and it's just a matter of time for it to happen and to come to pay off. It's going to pay off, you know. Just keep doing what you're doing, keep trudging along. And I mean, this is just a beautiful combo, and I'm so happy for us. This is really exciting. I can't even, there's nothing else I can say other than this is exciting. So proud of us, guys. What else can you tell us that's happening in June for Taurus? What's happening in June for Taurus? What's happening in June for Taurus? With the Five of Cups, okay. What's happening in June for Taurus? It's too many cards, Spirit. What's happening in June for Taurus? Whoa. Whoa. What's happening in June for Taurus? The Tower. What's happening in June for Taurus? Four of Wands. Do I have another card behind this? What's happening in June for Taurus? There's something. What's happening in June for Taurus? What's happening in June? Nine of Pentacles. One more, please. What's happening for Taurus in June? Oh my gosh, what's happening in June? Oh my gosh. Guess we're gonna take that. King of Cups on the back. Okay, Taurus, I feel like I might need to clarify here what's going on. This feels kind of complicated. I won't lie. With this Five of Cups here, it's throwing me off. And the Tower. The Tower feels positive with the Four of Wands, but it could be negative with the Five of Cups. So I do need to clarify here. Spirit, can you clarify what's going on? What's happening? Can you clarify the Five of Cups? Please clarify. Okay. The Eight of Cups reversed. Can you clarify the Tower, please? Okay, the Hanged Man reversed. The Four of Wands. Please clarify the Four of Wands. Okay. And the Nine of Pentacles. and the Devil. That is the new back of the deck. Which I might move these off to the side for now so we can still see everything. Okay, Taurus. Now it makes sense with all of these cards coming out. I think like when I drew the 5 cards, it just gave me like bits and pieces of information and it wasn't the complete story. So now let me tell you what's going on here. It feels, so basically it's just like what's going on here is like we were experiencing we were experiencing basically this time where, or we might be experiencing this time this month still, where we are just having this, you know, pain, loss, and kind of feeling like an attachment to, you know, things not working out in the way that we had hoped it would financially, in terms of like the things that we are going after in our like work area, career, business, things like that. It could be a business venture or career. Like I said, it's something that we were forging after that has to do with our abundance, our dreams, our hopes, things like that. And we attached so much material gain to it that we were chasing after these things for just the wrong reasons, and we no longer were going after it for the reasons that we had initially set out to go after, and we were stuck. You know, we were really stuck in this. We were like I said, our motives for going after this particular dream were just not in the right place. You know, we weren't listening to our guides, we weren't following what we were maybe being led or called to, and what we initially set out to do, or like why, you know, our deep motivation as to why we were doing this thing, you know, why we were setting out to do, like maybe for instance you really wanted to be a teacher because you wanted to make a difference in children's lives, you know, versus like after a certain amount of time, you started to pursue it because you wanted to, you know, maybe you wanted to further your education as a teacher because you wanted to make more money versus make like a bigger impact on children and instill more knowledge and things like that, or make, you know, like I said, a larger impact on children and make a bigger difference. You know, so your motives kind of changed. And not to say that, you know, it was bad on you. We are all human, and of course material things, you know, money is important. We need it to do things and survive in this world, you know. But what I'm saying is we may have been met with something that has changed our perspective, where we had to shift back and let go because we put forth so much work and energy and time in this particular manifestation to happen, and we still had that root motivation. You know, we still had that root motivation of making an impact and changing people's lives and things like that, but it wasn't like maybe the forefront of what we were doing, and we kind of lost sight of that, and we isolated ourselves from people that we really cared about, and maybe we were doing things differently because we were so focused on our other reason, you know, and not the main reason. And so something pivotal, something chaotic, perhaps it may have not been chaotic, but something gnarly happened, in which it shifted things for us, in which it allowed us to start to see that perspective again and be like, oh my gosh, that's right. And we started to see the vision again. We started to see how we need to let go in certain areas. We needed to surrender to the universe, surrender to the higher power, and not clutch on to control in every aspect of this. And that's why we were stuck maybe and not seeing the growth and the potential and the things start to really manifest, because we were trying to control every aspect of it because we were afraid of things not working out the way that it would or it should. And once we started to recognize that, as we let go of control and we started to relax a little and be in the flow of the universe and understand that we did our part, we did the hard work, and we just maintained that mindset of abundance, and understanding that we put out the energy that we want to attract into our lives, we can start to not isolate ourselves and get back into like that energy of love and that energy of abundance and that energy of doing why we're doing this thing, and now we're going to start to see the fruits of our labors really bloom and celebrate with those people around us, those people we are doing this for, those people that we love and that love on us, and really start to see our financial independence come, after finally seeing this truth and this necessary ending, this necessary thing that had to come to an end, was because we experienced all that pain, that loss, and that hustle culture is coming to my head. And I think that that was something we wanted to get out of, and yet we were trying so hard and hustling so hard to make this dream come true. And we recognize that, why are we hustling like this and doing all of these things when that was like the opposite of why we were doing certain things and manifesting this dream. And like, now it's like we're letting go of those attachments, letting go of that mindset, and letting go and just, like I said, freeing ourselves from that aspects, freeing ourselves from those bonds and those ties and that shadow self of ours, and recognizing that now we're in the flow and things are happening in the best way. So that's what I'm seeing happening this month, you guys. This is exciting energy. Super exciting energy. I hope that made sense. I hope if it didn't make sense, go ahead and watch your other signs for information. Oh my gosh. I've been dropping cards every single sign. I don't know what it is, if it's just a thing for me this month or what, but what's happening for Taurus in June? What's happening for Taurus in June? What's happening for Taurus in June? Hopefully it doesn't go in the candle. That's a big flame right there. What's happening for Taurus in June? And I've been burping a lot. Sorry if you can hear it. I'm sorry. We have patience. Yeah, I feel like your patience might be tested, but I feel like you also have been patient in general for this whole thing to come to play. And just, I think that you're so close to this happening that you might get even more like, oh my gosh, when is it happening? Is it going to happen? Oh my gosh, am I doing something wrong? Like, I kind of feel like it's like a washed pot never boils. Is that the saying? I'm just, the spirit is just making me stare at this, and like the flame is not, like, it's not boiling, so is it a washed kettle never boils or a washed pot never boils? One of those. So just have patience. Good things come to those who wait. We also have inner peace, and you will achieve this. Trust me, once you let go and surrender, and just, you'll be at peace with what's happening and recognize, like, yeah, this is happening, and this is what I wanted. This is what I desired, What's happening for Taurus in June? What's happening for Taurus? We have illumination. Yeah, things are going to be highlighted for you, for sure. Am I going to be out of the frame if I do it like that? You're going to start to realize, like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Things are going to make sense. purify those negative thought patterns, and like I said, those bonds and attachments, and just free yourself from that. And purification, yeah, even more so. A lot of purifying happening this month. And then this card also really highlights the abundance coming your way, and the happiness and the joy coming your way as well, with the sunflower and the rain, just really watering all of the things that you've been working on and doing as well. And like I said, a lot of happiness and abundance coming in. That's what this card also highlights. So what's happening in June for Taurus? We have Apple. Temptation will test you. Yeah, so just be wary of that. You might be tempted to like keep, holding on and clutching on to control, things like that. What's happening in June for Taurus? We have mice, discord among friends or family. Don't get wrapped up in any drama. Just be careful of that. I don't think it involves you necessarily, but sometimes when we're around that energy, it can definitely, unsuccessful plans. Just be wary of that. Let's get you one more. Oh, you have happiness. I love that coming out. But yes, that's what I'm seeing for you, Taurus. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising for other additional messages. And that's, yeah, you're going to have an overall amazing June. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.